Hey everybody, if I push the button right, we should be streaming any second now. And welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. My name is Casey. We managed to get around the table a couple of minutes early, so we figured why not hop on and see what's going on. Tonight we're going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. We are doing our community campaign, so we are hanging out in and around the town of Hommlet. And thank you very much. And I'm sorry to see Shift Up that you have lost your 100 experience. Uh, but we have got some new players with us tonight, so we'll be doing some introductions in just a moment. Overall, our community campaign had some rather dramatic changes last night. The town of Hommlet suffered an attack. The normal meeting place caught a little bit of fire, and there were some casualties. Thankfully, the adventurers were good to their word and have traveled a little bit outside of town to meet up with the Matricular Deep and honor their efforts to shut down the lair of the black dragon Dusktooth that is underneath the moat house. Yet another den of evil that has sprung up to trouble Hommlet. As we start getting ready to go here, just a quick announcement. If you do like what we do and you do want to hop in and play, check out the Discord, swing on by. We've got a ton of videos in the YouTube, and we stream on Twitch fairly regularly, so happy to have you. We'll go through our character introductions in just a second. To set the scene, we are a few hours travel outside of Hommlet at this point, in a town of Tumblestone. Now, Tumblestone is an old gnomish settlement out in the Gnarley Forest. It's called Tumblestone because there is a big water-powered rock tumbler. So there is the constant noise of rocks tumbling over rocks, just zhunking away in the background there. It's a little bit like being near a waterfall if the waterfall was populated by rocks tumbling over rocks. Not the greatest noise in the world, but I'm told by the villagers eventually you get used to it or go deaf. Neither of those have happened to the party yet, so everybody's talking a little bit louder than usual. I won't ask them to do that unless they're really feeling like it, but that's what's going on. In this town is a inn. It is the Bracken Inn, though everyone calls it the Break-In Inn. It is attended to by Heather. Heather wears a fairly fancy headdress, looks like she's a big bear, and there's a bit of a rumor in the town of Tumblestone, in this part of the Gnarly Woods, that everyone here is a werebear. And the townsfolk love this rumor, encourage it thoroughly, train the children no biting, and that's kind of their running gag. Also in the tavern at the moment is Tops, the gnome who runs the rock tumbler, Kyra, one of the leaders of the Matricular Deep, and Alfred Toma, who has been the Matricular Deep's representative in the town of Hommlet up till this point. He traveled with any of the party members who needed assistance here because Alfred will be joining the party on their escort mission. He is the one to be escorted. Werebears, unaware bear, Alex, come on now. The chat is throwing the puns even before I get to them. So, as we go around and introduce ourselves, here's what the party would know by now. The Matricular Deep has posted up several quests so far. They've been accepted and fulfilled and paid out, so the Matricular Deep has a pretty good reputation. The party members have a decent reputation as well, though there is a new face among them, Eldrick. Now, before any adventurers can take things up, everything's been a little cautious of late, so Eldrick, your backstory, your general references would have been checked into. You would be reasonably trustworthy and spoken for by someone along the line. Feel free to tell us who that is that might have spoke on your behalf. You can make it up if you want. We'll work our way down the line, though, and the first one I have on the left is, I'm going to say Kane. I know there's an Ithalin something on the end of that one, but could I get an introduction from Kane?
Hi guys, I'm Gabe, and tonight I'm playing Chenitilin, that goes by Cheney, like Dick Cheney, but it's just Cheney. And he is a wood elf who is got a paralysis on the mouth that always keeping with the weird like look like this. So he speaks a little bit weird. But otherwise, is a pleasant fellow. He's a monk. He always goes around with two short sword and no armor at all. And I think he went in a couple, no, at least one mission for the Matricula Deep before, the one where there was the mystery with the water and then the vampire kobold lady that almost killed him. But other than that, he's been hanging around the Gnarly Forest, and when he heard about this mission, he decided to join.
Excellent. And Cheney, very happy to have you back. Alfred informs you you did a great job for us before, and we're looking forward to a payout. And even shares in the Dragon Horde after everybody else takes their even shares. Along with that, we also have Peanutty Rybald. I forgot the last name. Sorry, Peanutty. Peanutty
Reinhold, like Judge
Reinhold.
Reinhold.
There we go.
Yeah, Peanutty's actually from Verbabunk, which I guess we're headed there, huh?
Eventually.
Where you
Not
played
today.
kind of a two-bit scammer. Oh, okay. Yeah, the two-bit scammer out on the streets just selling snake oils and other, questionable goods. And one day he just had an epiphany and just realized that he may be the aspect of this guy Erroneous, who he'd never encountered before, even thought of. But for some reason, he woke up one day and he's like, "I'm him, and I need to head down to Hommlet, this Hommlet place. Hommlet, what's it called again?
Hommlet.
And
Good.
and I need to stop these cultists. You know, they're up to no good, and I don't like that now that I'm a holy type. So decided to hitch onto the nearest wagon and head his way down here."
Sounds good. A follower of Heronius, Heronius himself has joined us. Along with that, we have Tolgorn, Tolgorn Arno, I believe, a relative of a hero of Hommlet. And somebody was claiming to be a hero of Hommlet at the shops a little bit earlier. I forget who that was. But Tolgorn, what's up?
Yeah, that was Peanutty trying to steal my glory from my kill. But hi, I'm Jeff. I'm playing Thorgorn. Thorgorn Arno, brother of Thorwald, who he finally met last night. Uh, I came to Hommlet basically looking for Thorwald, and I found him, and I've been doing some adventuring while I've been here, and I guess I'm going to stay.
Excellent. Well, glad to have you along. Alfred and Kyra are impressed by your recent smoky aura. From there, we move over to, I believe, Brawlnara. Something with stone, but I've lost the last name. Brawlnara?
Bralnera Boulder Granite.
Boulder Granite. Thank you.
I'm here to well, why I'm here is unimportant. And just so you know, Bralnera is not my real name, but I was told to use a fake name. So we'll carry on that tradition.
Okay. Alfred and Kyra kind of look at each other like, we're going to hand the gold right to you, but that's fine. Fake names, keep it on the down low. With that, our new player, Eldrick. Eldrick, I apologize. I've completely forgotten the last name for the character. Eldrick, if you want to introduce yourself and your character.
My name's Ethan. I'll be playing Eldrick Nimrod. He could be here on behalf of the gnomes, as he is a hunter who hates monstrosities. And so he kind of just wants to kill them in order and destroy them all in name of Alana and Obadiah, he sees them as a mockery to nature and their creation. So that's what he's doing in Hommlet. He's kind of hoping to track down some monstrosities.
Excellent. And some good news and some bad news for you. Alfred and Kira do inform you that Well, the auguries and the divination have indicated while there is a small chance that you will encounter the black dragon, we want to avoid that. There is a significant chance that you will face some monstrosities and aberrations and such things. So we were kind of aiming for not dragon. Um, the other things are kind of likely. And on that note, let's go ahead and introduce Alfred and Kyra. Alfred has been the spokesperson of the Matricular Deep at the town for a while and has been handling the hirings and firings and such things. Kyra has been heading up the Deep's road work, which has stalled here in Tubblestone. They made a great progress down to this point, and then there's kind of a Black Dragon's swamp in the way, and that swamp is getting bigger by the day. So they've come up with this plan. We're going to secure the two entrances to the Black Dragon's lair. One is a small pond or lake near the old Shaw farmstead. You may have heard of it from 10 years ago when Elena Shaw was rescued from some gnolls. The farm has fallen on hard times since then. It's a little too close to the temple, to Nolb, to the moat house. It's never been reestablished. I know Elena wanted to not too long ago, but with everything going on, no one could be spared. And now the dragon has used a underground waterway to travel from the moat house to that pond and can emerge there. Alfred will be maintaining a container. He'll need to concentrate the entire time to keep it at its current size and shape. Once he gets it to the pond and sinks it, it'll then expand, filling the waterway. Now, we've gone to some effort to make sure that that will block the dragon, and if it tries to dig itself free, disincentivize it. Are you familiar with how lye, potash, caustic soda, and she starts naming things, and some of you might nod along a bit, and then she goes way off the deep end. Uh, well, in any case, just consider it arcane. And if we can get that into the water, it will stop the dragon from using that entrance. It's very important once we sink it, don't go into the water or breathe the vapors. It's not good for people.
But what about the fish and stuff that live in the pond?
I
Will it
would
kill them too?
I would expect they're already quite dead. A black dragon passes through that area frequently.
So what's going to happen to the lake?
Well, for a while it'll become rather caustic, and then it'll dissipate.
So long-term wise, nature is going to be okay?
Oh, sure, over the course of a year or two.
That's good. That's good. That's a couple of days in my standards. That's good.
Yes, we're not expecting any permanent damage. In fact, if anything, it'll help to balance out what the black dragon has done. You see, if you take an acid and you take a base and you mix them together, there's an exothermic reaction that causes a lot of bubbling, but then when you're... And she sort of just goes off for a while. And then eventually she comes back again. Now, were there any other questions?
So we just need to escort Alfred here, and that's it.
Well, and Alfred sort of steps in. Well, I'll need to be concentrating the entire time to keep the containment, so we'll need to travel at a reasonable pace. Anything that would disrupt my concentration would be a considerable risk to us all. Once there, I'll need to perform a ritual. It'll take about 8 to 12 hours to prepare it to go into the lake, and then once it's sunk, well, I have a way to get home fairly quickly. I would suggest, as that sinks, you all evacuate as well.
Why
Yeah.
is that?
Well, we'll be sinking a large, somewhat poisonous block into a dragon's lair. It won't be able to come out that way, but it has other exits. We're estimating that it'll take at least 2 to 3 hours for it to arrive. And during those 2 to 3 hours, I would recommend you vacate the area.
So plop plop fizz fizz. We upset the dragon. You disappear, and we're left holding the bag. Is that the plan? I just want to make sure I got it straight.
Well, yes, but you should be running with the bag at that time. You see, that's
All
where
right.
the danger and the gold for you comes in.
Mm.
2 to 3 hours
Okay.
to not be where the dragon wants to be. And then what we predict will happen is the dragon will be curious. It will check out the water. It will realize it can't do anything about it. It'll be very disappointed, likely throw a tantrum, as dragons are known to do. And in that time, you will be laughing and running away on your way well back towards Hommlet, where relative safety awaits.
And then,
It's a
so
nice
how
visual. Us running away laughing while the dragon is disappointed.
Yes, that's.
but if nobody's there, we're not gonna know. We cannot laugh about something we can't witness. So how do we know? What is the feedback loop here?
I've heard dragon voices carry, so I think if you listen as you're running and laughing, maybe laugh quietly and listen, then you'll hear the dragon and can laugh. Or just go ahead and imagine it. There's really no need to observe. If you wish to observe the dragon, well, that's why we paid you ahead of time.
I better not laugh then, because I usually laugh quite loudly.
Yes, well, 2 to 3 hours to laugh at a distance at a dragon.
So why don't we just kill the dragon?
If you wish to stay about and challenge the dragon, you may certainly do so. My understanding is they're rather difficult. So we hope to make it so that it cannot retreat easily after killing or consuming 2 to 3 of you, and then we will assault the dragon.
Well, see, you sent us another party. We went to make a deal with a different dragon about this dragon.
Yes, Sithbeck. She will be assisting us in the final assault. You see, dragons have this habit of flying, and to my understanding, very few of you can fly.
Well, I don't like the idea of hurting Geshtai's rivers, but if it kills such an abomination, you can count on my maul.
Splendid. And the river, it's a small
Any chance
waterway.
this friendly dragon could come along?
Sithbeck? Not exactly friendly, more like enemy of our enemy. And also our enemy. But from a distance. Dusktooth close, Sithbeck far.
Let's do this.
Build a road?
Well, no, you see, the Dusktooth problem is more a matter of survival. You may notice that your town is on fire, and if we add acid to fire, there's just nothing left of a town. So we're trying to drive away the acid and keep the fire at a distance.
Well, trust me, I know about the fire. I was on fire.
Yes,
He
I
was.
recall. Actually, I'm quite thankful for everything you did. I was asleep upstairs when the fires caught, but due to your heroics, I was able to get outside safely. Not everyone did. Now, if you could imagine that with also acid, that's what we're trying to avoid.
I'm just glad you didn't hurt yourself when you jumped out the window. The cart saved you.
Cart, and a little thing I keep in my pocket. It's called Featherfall. You wouldn't know it.
At any rate, let's go. Let's do this.
Excellent. So they pass out the 200 gold. They give you the instructions. Alfred gets this little box, and the box is full of little boxes, and the boxes are full of little boxes. And he pays a lot of attention to walking and holding this box, and not much else. He's got a big flask on his hip. That flask starts off warm coffee. It will later be dull coffee, but he's going to drink it, and he's going to stay awake for about 48 hours concentrating on this box. And that's sort of what he lets you know as, I think I've got about 2 days in me. We get delayed. After that, this is going to start getting big fast, and it really needs to be in that lake before that happens. Okay? Okay. All right.
Well, let's quit wasting time and get going.
You got it. And so, let's quit wasting time and get going. Could I have from the party the first of a couple of fateful die rolls? What these will be is how bad is your day going to be? Everyone's going to get a chance to roll their dice. Anyone can volunteer to go first. It is going to be a 1d100. You would very much prefer not to see a 1 on a 1d100. May I have a volunteer to go first?
Sure. Maybe.
Maybe. That's okay. It'll take me a second or two to flip screens anyway. A 15 on a 1d100 is not a 1. That's good. It is, however, a little low. So, the time does not pass entirely without incident. One moment as I get my screens caught up here. You guys should see yourselves in the bottom right-hand corner of the map when you get an opportunity. Take a look down there. And in that bottom right-hand corner of the map, I should hopefully have all the character tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like they all came across properly. The route you'll be traveling is mostly north, and it bends a little to the west, then it comes north again. If you would put yourselves in the order that you would like to be traveling along this road, with the person in the lead on the left-hand side. So however you'd like to arrange yourselves, feel free to talk about your skill sets and preferences. Alfred is just, I'm walking and I'm carrying a box. As far as the day goes, it's a fairly brisk winter day. The first bit of the journey, not too bad. As you get close to the homestead, though, you can tell that the swamp has been encroaching. The road's kind of got a little slick glaze over top of it. If you happen to stray off the road, it's got that little bit of ice, that layer of like rotting vegetation and muck that just sucks on your shoe. Then it's got a little bit of heavier mud, the kind that sticks to the bottom of it. And then it's finally got the layer down there. So if you put your foot wrong, you can go easily up to your knee and then be like pulling it out of there as the mud comes over the top and like sucks in. Foot gets all cold. Nasty stuff. But the roadway, even that's been a little bit rough. As you are marching along, and we start talking about things we do, each of the party members may deploy a skill of choice. Things like nature, if you want to check out what the animals are doing. Perception, if you want to keep your eyes open for enemy. Investigation, to see, anybody laying traps around here. Survival, to see what kind of trails may have passed by recently. Performance, if you're just singing. Also, talk amongst yourselves, decide how you'd like to divvy up responsibilities, and then tell me what you're doing.
I think Brelnera would keep an eye out for dragons and other nasty creatures that want to try and come and kill us.
Okay, you may certainly roll a perception on that style if you'd like. 17's pretty good. Brolnera, you have noticed there are some disturbances happening off there to the left. The road itself is kind of on a high spot. It kind of tracks that high spot with the lower lands off to either side. You can see up ahead where the little bit of a rise is that the farm sits on. Swamp down there, swampy over there. Some movement happening there, but you don't know what quite yet. What is everybody else doing?
Cheney is covering himself with some of snow,
Okay.
so that his colors are a little bit blended in the white, and then we'll try to stealth in to reconnoiter the area ahead of the party.
Okay. So Cheney is heading towards the front of the party, and then how about a stealth check, please? 17, pretty solid. Cheney, would you go ahead and scoot yourself over to the left-hand side there as you are up scouting a little bit, staying off maybe the crest of the road, hugging the line, staying down a little bit. The trees around here do not provide much in the way of cover, though. There's a lot of mud sticking, a lot of noise that can happen, so it's slow going. But you are staying low enough. Peanutty, Tolgorn, Eldrick, what might you be up to?
Eldrick would probably definitely be having his owl just like fly ahead, circling for possible predators.
Okay, awesome. Perception check from the owl, if you would, and any assistance you can provide along the way there.
And it's done. And then I also have perception, perception proficiency.
Go for it. Awesome. So working with Bralnera, I think looking for the big threats, the dragon, etc. Noticed a little bit of stuff off there and kind of set you and the owl towards it. The owl is having trouble. It's looking down. It's daytime. A lot of light coming up off the snow. Not its best time, but you're finding stuff. You're finding that this road is curiously rutted. There are holes, there are ruts going across it horizontally, not the way wagon tracks should. And every so often, you're kind of putting your foot down. You're like, this isn't quite right. There's something going on, and it's digging tracks. Tolgorn, Peanutty.
Peanutty will do the stealth thing too, but he doesn't want to put snow on himself. He's got nice leather. He doesn't want to mess it up. So you just keep ducking behind these little scraggly trees and trying to blend it
All right, let's see
into
it.
those instead.
Oh, that's a good stealth. 24 on that one. So yeah, you're blending in. You're kind of ghosting, watching where Cheney's going, and then not stepping in the loud spots that Cheney's finding a few of. And I think that leaves us with Tolgorn. Tolgorn, what are you up to, if anything?
Well, Tolgorn's going to make sure that Alfred is protected, so he's watching to make sure nothing is coming to mess with Alfred.
Okay. On that one, you can go ahead. Let's call that one. Let's go with perception again, but that one's specifically towards Alfred threats. Okay, nothing appears to be overly interested in Alfred, and you're kind of keeping him clear on those ruts. But you've all managed to put together that there is something out there. It is off to the left. It's down in the fields there, but you're not sure what. However, you're all on point when the bad thing does happen. I'm going to go ahead and bring up turn order. I'm going to ask everybody to go ahead, click their tokens, roll their initiative, and we'll see how you do as the bad thing happens.
Mhm. I clicked my token, but this is first time using D&D and Beyond. Is there something I had to do special to get it in the turn order?
Once you click your token, if you roll the initiative on D&D Beyond, it should throw it in there.
Just make sure when you click on your token, you have the 5. Yeah.
Didn't quite get it, but that's all right. I'll throw it together. 1 second here. And we're going to add turn, and we're going to throw the 5, and we're going to resort. Tolgorn, Brawl, Cheney, Eldrick, all of you except for Peanutty see it coming before it springs. Off to the side of the path, lurking just a little bit ahead of where Cheney is and kind of trying to creep up, is a little burrow moving forward. Some of you have maybe heard of or seen these things before. And Ankeg is stalking Cheney as Cheney is moving down the road. Tolgorn. Words are hard. Tolgorn. You see it. You're the first one to act. What do? It hasn't sprung yet, but that mound is moving.
Alfred, hold your box. Something's coming.
Kind of hunkers down on the box a little bit. He will take the dodge action on your instruction, but anything else there, Tolgorn?
I'm going to go ahead and move up to there, and I'll go ahead and pull out my axe and I think I'm going to take the dodge action as well.
Sounds good. As you do such things, Brawlnera, what are you up to?
So are we killing this thing? Is that what the plan is?
What thing?
Um, I will cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. DC 13 dexterity saving throw. So you focus on that spot in the ground. As you do so, the spot starts to light up. It tries to shrug it off. 12, I don't think it does. So you can see the little antennae and the little mandibles as they just poke up and dig through. Now there's a glittering ant-like creature making its way just below the surface of the snow, wiggling its way through the mud towards Cheney, now quite festively illuminated.
Aldrich,
Uh,
monstrosity.
Yeah. I will move to intercept him so he can't get to Cheney, and I am going to become a bear.
Okay. Bear form deployed. Oh, you got it. I got it. There we go. Duplicate bears. Brawl, anything else?
Nope, that's it.
You got it. Cheney, a bear has appeared beside you, and beyond that bear, you can see the glitter in the ground now moving through you over kind of the hump of the roadway. Big critter.
So I can see where it is.
You can see where it is. It's sparkly now.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Okay, got it. Sorry, I wasn't centered properly.
Sure.
Okay, it's right over there. Cheney doesn't really have good proficiency with ranged weapons, so he will just run as fast as he can. See if you can get me here. And then take out his short sword and try to bait the creature away from Alfred.
Okay, I will expand the area. The little bit of a roadway you're going to see turning isn't actually there. This road just continues on for a bit. So ignore that little branch to the north. It's just snow. But yeah, you head off in that direction, making a little bit of noise. Eldrick, that'll bring it over to you. You can see the glittery thing moving through the ground. Cheney's taken off. A bear has appeared. What are you doing?
Well, Eldrick will start to shed a tear as he remembers the time as a child his mastiff was eaten by one of these creatures. Give a little hoot, send his owl out just a little bit. He'd like to go hit it with his axe, but being so short, he knows he'll probably sink too far in the snow, so he will instead just shoot it with a crossbow.
You got it. There is advantage provided by the fairy fire, so roll that one more time, because we want to do better than an 8. Oh, an 11 is better than an 8, but not quite good enough. Since this is the first couple of rolls, double check that your math is on there correctly, but otherwise a miss. Anything else?
Yeah. Nope, that'll be my turn.
Alrighty. That is going to bring up our Ankeg. It bursts from the ground in all its glittery glory. It looks faboo. And we're going to double check our 30 feet of movement here. As it moves straight towards the biggest pile of meat it can see, closing in. It is going to attempt to bite the big brown bear. It lands a crit, I think. Doing 13, 18, 24 points of damage to the brown bear.
Okay. That hurts.
You are just covered in sparkle, snow, mud, and a big Ankeg bite. Brawl. I promise I geared this towards tier 1 guys. I promise. Brawl, you still a bear? Yep, awesome.
I'm still a bear, still concentrating.
Still bear, still concentrating, and you are currently grappled by the Ankeg. Peanutty, you have seen this thing happen. What are you doing?
Mean monstrosity. I'm gonna move over here and light him up with a little curse. I'm muttering under my breath, calling his mommy all sorts of unclean names as I cast this hex at him.
Oh, Hexblade's curse deployed.
And then whip out a knife in his direction. Oh, double ones.
You do have. Wait, is it really double ones?
I mean, one on the roll, attack, and the damage.
Okay, no, you do have advantage because of the fairy fire. So roll that one again.
Oh, you're right. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm so glad you said that.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
thought you
thank
meant
you for that fire.
crit failed twice. I was gonna laugh, but
Oh, oh, that's much better. Yeah.
24, much more respectable, and is a hit. Let's see that force damage of 12. Excellent. And Hexblade's curse give you anything else there?
Oh, it's already in there.
Isn't that a crit because you got a 19?
You're absolutely correct. Yeah, thank you. Dang, you're helping me a lot. Let me see. So I just roll a D8, right? Or D10. D10.
D10, please.
And like,
sorry, when I open up on you guys with 24 points of damage, I feel like I should really help out all I can. 16 points.
Yeah, so 16.
Womps on the Ankeg, but it is still there. Peanutty, anything else?
Mm-mm.
All right.
That's good there.
It's going to bring us over to Tolgorn. Tolgorn, what are we doing?
Oh, we're going to go over here and play whack-a-mole.
Play whack-a-mole. You do have your advantage. Let's see some damage. Let's see a hit first. An 8, a 17 will work. Oh, that's a lot of damage. 14 points of damage. It is still an Ankeg, but it is much less the Ankeg than it was. Torgrim, anything else?
That's going to be it for me.
All right. Brawl, what do we got?
That hurt. Oh, she can't talk. Never mind. She is going to. It takes an action to break the grapple.
It would if you want to break the grapple, yes.
I will just attack it instead.
Certainly may.
So a bite.
15 will hit. Oh, 10 is enough. It wasn't here with you. You were there with it. And you give it a shake, and down it goes. For a moment, things seem okay. And then you realize that there's something else in the field off in that direction, also moving in this direction. Brawl, give me a quick perception check. Could be 1, could be 100. You have no idea.
I'm just licking my wounds.
Okay. Cheney, you're out there. The field's kind of moving a bit, but it could just be the dirt settling. It could be things coming towards you. What are you doing?
Cheney will move again. He's very fast, by the way. He's a speed of 45. He moves right down here, and as an action, he will dodge. But whereas the action is the dodge, he will pay zero attention to being stealthy or anything, just to attract stuff to himself.
Sounds good. So you just run up the hill, slide down the other side, taking the dodge action as you move. Now, as you come down here and you're stepping in, you can see tunnels are basically collapsing out in the distance where this creature had been digging around. So you are seeing like depressions appear in the snow. However, you also see a lump appearing and moving towards the party, but it's hard to tell where in the field it is. But you know you're dodging. And you also know that Nuthouse has bought everybody a player reroll, so we got 5 in the bank. Eldrick, what are you up to?
So where exactly are the where are they coming from?
It's to the south. No one's spotted where the problem is yet. You could spend yours or your owl's turn doing a perception check to try and spot where it's hiding, or you could wait for it to show up.
Yeah, I would like to use have my owl use its action to dash and my action to see in the eyes of the owl and just kind of give a flyby, just coming back in about the same area. So just a quick dash around.
Excellent. Give me a perception check from Eldrick. The owl's doing its swoops. You're keeping the eye out. We'll see if we can spot which one it is. The number to beat is higher than a 6, but it's not higher than a 17. Well beat. Coming up from directly south of Tolgorn and the bear, you can see that it's positioning itself as if maybe to get a line. And I believe you mentioned that you've had some personal history with these, so you might know why it likes things to be in a line.
Right. And then I'll just kind of point it out to the rest of the party, and that'll be my turn.
Excellent. Peanutty, the lump has been pointed out. It's working its way around. What are you up to?
This must be his mother I was talking about. All right, I'm gonna sling a little knife out in her direction. And what's this about staying out of a line?
No fairy fire on this one, but you can see it. I think that is well within your Eldrick range, so fire away.
Hey.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Let's see it.
Hey.
I'm missing something. Wait, 8 plus 8
Why
is
does it say
16.
plus? You know?
Okay, what's going
it's saying it's letting me know about the crit, I guess.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But 8.
So 10 total, I think.
You have 10 total. Got it.
Yeah. By the way, it was 8 plus 8 critical. You already calculated for you. It was 16.
Yeah, that's use your better.
Oh, you're right. 16. Oh, good. Okay, thank you.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So good hit. Peanutty. Anything else?
That's good. I'll let these guys handle it.
Uh,
Don't worry there, Alfie. You keep concentrating.
Pass the torch. Good news. Tolgorn, Brawl, Cheney, the Ankeg was a little slow getting in position, so you're going to get a chance to go before it does. Tolgorn, what might you be doing?
Well, we're still playing whack-a-mole.
You got it.
And I am going to swing recklessly.
Go ahead and take your advantage. A 13, even reckless though, will miss. There are 5-player rerolls if you'd like to deploy one.
Not as well.
Certainly may. .24 is a much better number. 9 is some damage, but it's still an Ankeg.
That will be it for me.
Got it. Brawl.
I guess I will also charge up to it and take a swipe at it.
.21's a hit. 6 is some damage. Still an Ankeg, though. Anything else? Oh, you get more than one.
Yeah, multi-attack.
Oh, 25's also a hit. 9 is enough. Wait, bite, claw, yep. Womp, Ankeg down. And kind of goes still for a little bit. Couple more of those trails just kind of drop in. But nothing more at the moment. Alfred's got the box. Wasn't disturbed. Everything's kind of looking good. Party, anything you'd like to do now?
Money well spent, Alfie.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 fewer ankegs clawing into your booty while you're trying to concentrate. See, thanks to us being here with you, you're able to concentrate fully. You can keep your mind on those boxes.
What
So
was
don't
that?
let any of this other stuff distract you now, okay?
Stop talking to me. I'm trying to concentrate.
Can anybody render some healing to our bear friend here?
Oh, is that thing on our side? Uh, bear want a
Yeah.
peanut? I don't have any great healing here, but
You have any salmon flavored healing potion?
salmon flavor. We tried it in Verbunk. It wasn't very popular. But different market. Let's see here.
I
So?
will drop the form so that you don't waste a spell slot healing
Oh,
the bear.
whoops.
All right. Bear form fades away. The Ankegs are dispatched. There's a couple of interesting bits to an Ankeg. Does anyone have the knowledge and interest in harvesting Ankeg bits?
Would that be herbalism?
Herbalism would be more plants. These are more animals. This would be things like poisoners' kits, or if you happen to be an armorer or a weaponsmith.
Yes, I have poisoner's kits. I could definitely use some my tools.
Sure. If you would like to do so, that would be a nature check to do so, but a warning here. That would mean spending probably about an hour deploying your kits, harvesting, packing back up. Party, are we good with investing an hour here?
I think we should go.
Yeah, I'd like to get some other poison, but I feel like we have more timely matters to attend to.
Alfred says, I'm just sort of listening to you and moving when you say move. Do we go?
Yeah, I think we should go.
Well, they're on ice, so we can get them on the way back. What do you think?
That's a good point. Maybe. As you're running away from a dragon, just stop off and spend an hour harvesting an Ankeg. I'm all on board with this plan. So the party continues on, it sounds like. So that was the first part of the day. You're heading towards the afternoon at this point. You'll be coming up on the farmstead shortly. And as you're about to reach that sort of northern fork that you see there, you can see the farmstead getting close. I do need to ask someone else to roll a fateful D100. You would prefer not to see a 1.
Or
Who else
would
would
we?
like to take responsibility for not rolling a 1? I think I saw
I'll roll a
Peanutty.
1.
Oh, you got it. You say you'll roll one.
Not a
we go.
1. We
Doing
don't
it.
want a 1.
Oh, you did it.
34.
Oh,
34 is not a 1, but again, it's not particularly high. So, as you're approaching the farmstead, you can kind of see like that dot up on the hill. That's probably it, but it's not quite resolved yet. You're not within like running or shouting distance, but you're getting close. However, moving across the roadway in front of you, rather furtively, is a odd-shaped creature. It's got spindly little legs, a big kind of bulbous sack of a body, a head that's just sort of like a lump pressed down on it, and you can see the eyes like just hanging off the sides of its head. It's got this mouth that's
Oh,
like
no.
open almost back to where ears should be, and like a tongue like hanging out, and it's just sort of like whoop 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 whooping across from one side up the hill and then down to the other. And as it's sort of like whoop whoop whooping, you're like, can
Oh,
I
dear
get a
God, that's my
perception
ex.
check from whoever wants to see what the heck just happened? Oh, Brawl is all over it. Brawl, you see this thing like whooping its way over, and you're like, that's not a tongue. That thing's got someone's arm hanging out of its mouth. Eldrick, you're like, that is a thing. That is definitely a thing. Anyone else going in on this one?
Get a closer look.
Cheney, your focus is right up there with raw, peanutty snow blindness or
eyes.
something. So as you're focusing in on what this thing is like whooping, you're like, it's ooh, that's not a bullywog, but it looks like a big frog person. It's a thing. So as you're looking across, you see, Janie, I'm going to move you a little bit back because you're not that far up compared to where this is. You see this thing just across the road. And yes, there is an arm just hanging out its mouth, flapping. And maybe what caught its attention was like the little ring that's on this hand that's hanging out of the mouth as a. It doesn't seem to have noticed you, or maybe it just doesn't care about you yet. Party, what are you doing with this information? Oh, and Nuthouse, thank you for the subscription. 52 months. Well done. Ooh, and pew! A player has been bought
Guy in
a
the frog
reroll.
suit's wearing a nice ring.
That is a blingy ring.
What do
Tux,
you
thanks for
say?
the reroll.
We're gonna take this thing out.
I mean, I'd call that a monstrosity.
If you're going for the ring, you better get ready to swing.
Hey, that's pretty good. All right, let's go get it.
So,
Right.
I think I hear let's roll initiative is what I heard. So we're going to bring up the turn order. Everybody please click their tokens. Go ahead and roll themselves in there. This creature is just trying to make its way from swamp to swamp. But some of you are going to get a chance to maybe change its mind. Peanutty, Brawl, you're fast enough to respond. You're about the distance that we've got measured away here. What's that, about 60-some feet? 80 feet. So about 80 feet away. It's trucking its way up the other side, going to scooter back down the other. But Peanutty, first to react to this. Maybe that ring did catch your eye. What are we doing?
I mean, how far is he, you say?
It's about 80 feet out.
80, yeah, that's a good distance. Watch this. I'm gonna lick the knife there and let's see if we can hit him. Try to chop the arm and get the
Tux,
ring there.
I thought they were going to open with friendly negotiations too, but apparently it's chuck a knife time. Knife is chucked. Whoop, 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 whoop. It hits. And all of a sudden this thing just like and looks over at you. As it does so, the whole body that arm is attached to just comes wharking out. So as it just turns its head to look at you, the hand, the arm, the head, the other arm, the legs just land in the snow. It looks like a nobleman of some sort. They've got kind of the silks, the rings, that sort of stuff, but they're just like laying there in the snow at this point as this creature turns to look at you, having taken 5 of the force damage. Anything else, Peanutty?
Good, you got my message. Run along now.
No. And so, Brawl, what are you up to?
I'm gonna move forward 30 feet. Unfortunately, that's not very far. Oops, wrong one.
You're not a bear anymore.
I'm not a bear anymore. That's unfortunate. I'm sure that would have run out by now anyways. Are you sure you want a piece of this? Because there's a lot more of us than there are you. And you could be dead soon. Walk away, friend. And if he can understand me, I am trying to intimidate him.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation. So you're talking to this thing, and it's sort of like looking at you, but at the same time, it's looking in other places as well. And when it blinks, it like blinks this eye and then blinks that eye, and they just sort of roll around. It probably maybe understood you, but it doesn't have that kind of mind.
Alright, bonus action. I will turn into a bear again.
Bear deployed. Anything else for you?
Nope, that's it.
All right. So this big froggy thing, it just starts like spindly legging. It leans forward. The little legs kick. It builds up speed. It's come charging at you, and then it just gone. Like halfway to you here, it just flat out vanishes, and then it reappears right here, and its tongue goes whoop right out towards Peanutty, and Peanutty
And nobody told me it could do that.
does a 14 hit.
No, miss.
Okay, so it just like past you and then comes back again. But like as it came out, you could feel it like sucking at your life energy. That was not a good thing. Eldrick, what might you be doing?
He will move slightly behind the bear and whisper under his breath, "This is for the time I couldn't get revenge on the fawn, you unnatural piece of shite."
Oh, 18's a good shot. That's a hit.
Click a crossbow heavy to roll damage. It is not rolling damage.
If you click it in the roll 20 chat, it will also roll, but I think if you could, there, you found it. 8 points of damage is damage. Good shot.
And
Anything else?
I'll move slightly closer as well, and that'll end my turn.
Okay, sounds good. Cheney, what are we up to?
Jenny, I've seen the magical mumbo jumbo disappearing thing, so it's a little bit. I don't know what's going on here, but he moves to right about here, and he will stab the creature with, or try to, with his short sword. No, it tries. It tries to stab, but given that he's taking the attack action, he will try to kick it with his unarmed strike.
And a kicker, sir. Yeah, it's even worse.
Okay, then as a bonus action, he will spend 1 key point to do patient defense.
Sounds good. And I believe that's disadvantage on attacks to you, correct? As a dodge
Correct.
action? Okay. Sounds good. Tolgorn, what are we up to?
Oh yeah, whack-a-mole.
I mean, this one wasn't underground, but sure.
Gonna bonus action rage and swing recklessly.
Certainly may. With the advantage. Oh, that's pretty good. 20's going to hit. Eight is some damage.
It is indeed.
Anything else for you, Tolgorn?
I believe that is all.
Peanutty.
All right. Try out this new sword technique I've been practicing. Move up here and hit him with the old what's it called again? Defensive flourish. See how to do the dang thing. Do like this, yonder, and then
25 is a hit. Yeah. Crit it.
And then this is the thing I was talking about right here, which I guess will also be doubled, right?
Which also does double,
Because it's
yeah.
dice.
So give me another d6 on that when you get a chance.
Then
16, 21 points of damage. This froggy fella looks a little bit roughed up. As you are cutting into it, somewhat disquieting to see that it's not bleeding, it's dripping ichor. There is demon in the mix. Peanutty, anything else?
I hit it pretty hard, fellas. No, I guess that's good right now.
Brawl, what do we got?
This is one tough froggy.
I'll move up to it and bite and claw at it.
You got it.
Hopefully this doesn't, hurt me while I'm doing it.
18's a solid hit. No advantage at the moment that I know of. But that is damage. Good. 8
That
points
was
damage.
damage, yeah.
And then the 9 will miss. 5-player rerolls in the pot, I think, if anyone does want to use them. But 8 points of damage deployed. Anything else for you, Brawl?
I don't think so.
You got it. That's going to bring up my good friend Bander and Hobbs. And we are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 characters to choose from to munch on. We will roll to see which ones we try to chew on. Number 1 gives us Tolgorn. Tolgorn, you have a bite coming your way. Bite. Pair of 20s.
Yeah, I think it'll do it.
Where'd you go, Bite? Wait, what did I? Oh, sorry, my thing normally rolls the damage automatically. There's the damage. 14 points of damage. And you are currently grappled as it starts like hang, hang, hang. There are lots of little rolls of teeth inside that mouth, and they all want to angle you in. Eldrick, what do we got?
Eldrick will move out a little bit to give himself a clear angle on the creature, and will send the owl to maybe help distract the Blander Hob so that Thorngorn can have advantage on an escape if he wishes.
Absolutely.
And an attack from... There we go.
Yeah, crits work. Let's see the crit damage there. Well shot. 9, and give me one more d10.
So -2, so 5.
You got it. 14 points of damage.
Owl flying out, and that will end my turn.
You got it. Cheney. You can see that the owl is kind of just latched on and pulled back, so the mouth open just a little bit. Tolgorn would have a little bit of a better chance if he chooses to escape, but at the moment, it's you. Cheney, what's up?
I stab this creature under the belly. Or try to.
22 will stab in the belly. 6 points of
6
damage.
points damage.
It's still trying to swallow Tolgorn.
Yeah, let's see if a kick in the nuts will do it.
No nuts, but you do land the kick.
That's okay.
7 points. It's still hanging in. It's like, argh, argh.
Okay, well, that's all he can do.
All right. With that, it will come round to Tolgorn, and you were raging, so hopefully you cut that 14 in half. Tolgorn, what are we doing?
Well, It wants something to eat. It can eat this axe.
Okay.
Ooh, and we'll re-roll that one.
All right, reroll deployed. 16 is enough. Let's do some damage. Give me 7 at least, or you're in a little bit of trouble. 9 is good. All right. And with that, you cut your way out of the rows of teeth. The Bander Hob falling dead. As it lies there, you can hear a sizzling sound, and its unnatural nature is taking over. In a minute or two, it will have melted away to ichor. You probably don't want to be inside it while that happens. On the snow, a little bit further down the road, a nobleman lies unconscious.
Oh, he's alive.
He's alive.
Oh. Well, after removing his ring, let's get him a potion. Where is he?
You pull the ring off, relieve him of that one, and then give him a little peanutty potion. What's going on? Who are you? Where am I? What happened?
You were being eaten by a monster.
That pretty much sums it up.
I remember that. I thought it was all over. Is this
Yeah,
heaven?
it is. I am the god of people that doesn't really think too much about it.
I did not spend my life well.
I was just joking. It's not heaven. We saved you. You're good.
Oh, excellent. Now when you say saved, I don't feel safe.
You shouldn't. There's a black dragon around here.
And if I wanted to not be near that black dragon, which way would I go from here?
You just run as far as your legs can carry you.
Ah, and he sort of looks from you to the other, to the Tolgorn who just came out of the Banderhob, to the bear, to Eldrick, and he's like, "Run, you say? I'm not feeling 100%, but I'll give it a go." And he just starts setting off down the road, like looking back at you occasionally to make sure you're not chasing him. And
Or at least, I mean, if you want, you can join us, but we're gonna go for a dine here, so probably best served trying to run.
he takes your advice and starts heading. Eldrick, he's going to pass by you in a second. Tolgorn, and then he looks at Alfred. Alfred just kind of like doesn't look back up. Anybody stopping this nobleman as he just starts running down the road? Okay. Off he goes. Um, Congratulations. You have defeated the Banderhob. You have freed the noble person. I'll do a little die rolling and see if he makes it back to town. But in the meanwhile, just up ahead, come late afternoon, is the farmstead. I do need to ask as we move into our late afternoon roll, somebody to go ahead and give me 1d100 to see how bad your day is going to be in this late afternoon.
Anyone? Oh, there we go.
79! Eldrick brings us in with the first of the high rolls. It's actually kind of okay at the moment. You make your way up towards the farmstead, and as you do, you see some things. But they're maybe a little more curious than aggressive. So just a moment as we open up a little bit of the things that you're going to see here. The house itself, the wall surrounding the house, the lake in the background, the giant minotaur skeleton standing on what would probably be the lawn. That's new. And the old timer sitting on what probably would be the porch. And let's fix the display for everybody following along at home and talk about what we see here. Too far. As you make it up to the Shaw farmstead, you can see that the path does branch off to the north. It has a little bend into it, which would probably have led to a barn, maybe an orchard, whatever that building was. It is long since destroyed. The homestead itself is surrounded by about a 3.5-foot high stone wall. The building itself is about 8 to 10 foot high from the ground, made of field stone as well, and with a nice tile or slate tiled roof. Standing in a pile of vegetation is a massive skeletal structure. Looks like a minotaur, but on slightly closer examination, it's not made from a minotaur. It's made from a big cow skull and what looks like maybe ogre giant bones. It's a little bit patchwork. Its legs are clad in big woolly tufts of fur, and it is holding an enormous coppery lance up towards the sky. As it is standing there in that pile of vegetation, it's doing what could charitably be described as the pee-pee dance. It's just shuffling its legs back and forth, lifting up one and then the other, the wool of its leggings rubbing against the big pike thing that it's holding up. It looks silly. Sitting on the small porch of the Shaw farmstead is an old man. He's kind of bent double. Anybody who recognizes the image, it's not him. It's somebody else. Old man, bent double, kind of a long wispy beard, green sort of not real well-made clothing. There's a little bit of a mossy look to him. And he's just sort of like rocking in his chair there, just watching this big skeletal thing do its little pee-pee dance. The skeletal thing seems to care not for you. The old fella, it's a little hard to see at this distance whether he's looking in your direction or not. What's the party doing with this situation?
You said a skeleton doesn't care for us. You mean it's sentient, or it's
it
like?
does not seem to have acknowledged your existence or the rest of the world at all. It's just standing there with its
Okay.
giant pole doing its pee-pee dance.
Hey guys, how about we get close and we announce a presence?
Sure.
Am I
let's see
still
how
a
it goes.
bear, Casey?
You may be a bear if you want to be. That lasts,
Okay.
what, an hour or three?
An hour, yeah. An hour.
I would say you'd be 10 minutes or so left on your bear form at this point, if you'd like to be.
Hey, Gramps. Company calling. Nice thing.
Sure.
That's really beautiful. I haven't seen one like that before.
And as you get a little closer, you're just within earshot range, shouting conversational distance, and you can hear that the old fella's muttering something like, "Cast me out of my home." And then you sort of start talking. What's that? What? Can't hear you. Come closer. What?
Yeah, it's just as I predicted. He's a nutty old dude. What's our goal here? What are we trying to get?
Yeah. Eldrick, are you walking up on that skeleton? No, who's that?
Yeah, he is.
Looks like
I'm
it.
trying to determine what exactly this thing is. Is it going to offend the gods with being an unnatural creation, or what?
That is an excellent question. Are you taking the angle? Is this offensive to the gods on a religious basis, or are you going for what kind of crazy magic is this on an arcane basis? What's kind of the more the point you're going for, or something else?
Yeah, either one. I think probably more of a religion
Sure.
type of thing.
Go ahead and give me a religion check. Let's set a baseline here. Oh, 17. So, this is offensive for several reasons. First of all, it's an undead. Most of the gods frown on that. But this one's also a cobbled together undead, so it's definitely not somebody who opted in for this. Additionally, as you're getting a little closer, you can smell that pile of vegetation, that big kind of leafy mass, that's not just vegetables. There's some meat in there. There's other. It's a pile of dead stuff. The green is the more obvious kind of thrown on top, but in the middle, there's carcasses in there. What it's doing? That's weird. Not sure. But definitely offensive to almost all of the gods. As Eldrick's doing that, what's everybody else up to? Or anything I
Vouch,
should
it's
know
offensive
about
to this god.
Oh, Erroneous is giving it its seal of disapproval. Tolgorn, Brawl, Cheney.
Still protecting our benefactor here.
Sure. And
Yeah, I
as
think Pearl would too. Be back with Alfred.
you got it. As you're doing that, Eldrick, you've kind of made your, or sorry, Cheney, anything from you?
No, Cheney is very not in the mood for initiating a fight if it's not necessary. So he's gonna take the place next to Peanutty and smile broadly to the man and say, "Yeah, we mean no harm. We're here to do a job, with your leave, of course."
What's that? Oh, there's mumbling, nattering on. Speak up.
Job, Job.
What?
I can't spell either.
And he like reaches around and he like pulls out this like old ear horn that's squished completely flat and holds it up. You know what you did.
Sir,
Back there.
sir, over here. We are here to do a job.
What?
This is going great.
Mhm.
Just keep doing what you're doing. This is okay.
So we collectively are here to clean this farmhouse.
What? Now you are yelling from what's that, like 80 feet away?
Okay. Well,
Sorry,
that seems
65
an
feet.
invitation to come closer, so you will go closer. How about that?
All right, you move up a little bit closer. Oh, you're an elf.
Oh, yeah. But we collectively are not elves. We are here for a job.
What?
This is getting repetitive here,
I
sir.
just suspect this is a ruse to get us closer, but I'm gonna fall for it.
You move up. Now, Peanutty, as you're getting a little closer, there's a little bit of wind out today, and you've caught a waft that's coming from the direction of the skeleton and the shrubbery. It smells bad. There's a rank, pungent, decaying smell over there. Eldrick, you're nice and close to it, so you can enjoy that as much as you want. But as Peanutty and Cheney get a little bit closer, another smell hits you. It is the smell of perfume. It's not the smell of like
Oh.
flowers or of like spices. It's that background smell. Whatever that thing is that makes smell happen, that's what you get hit with. It's that kind of, current day petroleum, alcohol-y, smell that's behind everything. It's not the good kind. It's what you get like if you're walking up to the grocery store and they just put out the Christmas trees with the fake smell and the wreaths that are kind of like cinnamon but not really, and you're like, that's not a thing that should exist. That smell is what you just got hit with.
Does it come from the old guy's house?
Well, a little sniffing you can pinpoint is kind of coming from the old guy.
Wow.
Can I do an insight on him and his whole routine? Is he just trying to get us closer, or is he just legitimately trying to hear us and can't?
I feel like you could do an insight.
All right.
Seems like a deaf old man with a broken horn.
Mm.
Sir, my name is Cheney.
Well,
These are my friends. This house here is a problem.
my home is not a problem. And it's nice to meet you. I'm Uncle Olive.
This is the Shah.
Olive.
No. This home is the Shah homestead.
Oh, you don't need to call me the Shah. I'm no king of nothing.
Anyway, we're here to trap the dragon in the lake.
Ah.
You know, big creature, dark, black, in fact, flies,
Yeah.
spits acid.
Damnable draconic driven me out of my home. Damn.
Cheney, do I need to come up and whack 'em all that guy?
It does not seem offensive. It's just a little bit annoying. Yeah, I'll give him that, but not offensive.
Well, I'll stay back here with Alfred then.
Alfred's just like, got the box.
Okay, sir, I'll make this easy for you. We gotta go in the back of your house, by the lake. We're gonna do some magical mambo jambo, for which mayhem is gonna happen. So I suggest you start running now.
I'm not leaving my home. Damn dragon drove me out of my home. I'm not leaving without restitution. Recompense.
What would this restitution look like?
Well, got no need for gold or baubles. Need something that'll last longer. I will leave for any sense of yours and my choosing, or your soul.
Oh, this just took a really weird turn there, Pops. What are you talking about? Sense and soul.
Well, you might have noticed I'm a little hard of hearing. And my eyes are going,
Uh-huh.
and my fingers can't feel a thing. So if you want me to leave, I want one of y'all senses.
Oh no, sir. I think you got this wrong. If you want to stay here,
If you're coming up to my house, I'm taking the census.
We might want to reevaluate that whole whack-a-mole suggestion.
If you don't want to give me
Sir.
census, then I'll just take your soul. It's fine.
Sir,
You want to
I wanted to count. Can you count, sir? It's you, and it's a lot of us. Does that make sense to you?
Well, sure, but I got Rodney over there. He'll help.
There's
Points
still
to the skeleton.
two of you, sir, against plus of us.
Oh, there's plenty in this house. Upstart
Of what?
lodgers don't pay rent, but this is my house. I'll let them stay.
If he's referring to the statue here, you can now see Eldrick. He's got his maul in his hand. He's kind of spinning it in his hands, playing with it, and you could probably tell he's getting more and more offended about this being here. And he's just kind of waiting for his opportunity.
I mean, this is
Since
that's a
this
big
situation,
just Eldrick, like you're spinning your hands, like it's just standing there doing its little dance, but it's a big thing. Like it is a big thing.
I feel that we've gotten off on the wrong foot, much like your bony friend there. Tell you what, Paps, you don't have to do anything. Just sit there, and look at the snow or whatever it was you were doing before we arrived. We're gonna go put something in the pond back out yonder, and then we're gonna leave. And guess what? That dragon that drove you out of your house before, he's gonna come again. Right? And that's your chance to get your recompense. So you can talk that over with him while we're on our merry way. Okay? So just sit your old bones down there and stay out of the way.
Like, don't
How's that
front me
sound?
none. You go ahead and do whatever you want with that lake.
Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Why do I feel like I don't believe you? But okay. Yeah, so okay, let's go.
He just sits there and he's watching Rodney doing his little dance and Eldrick spinning his hammer. Tolgorn, Brawl, as you're watching everything, anything happening?
Looks like we got all clear from Fuddy Duddy here.
Alfred, we're ready to move. Be ready to move.
All right, just okay.
And I think Peanutty will kind of, if Tolgorn was out of earshot of that whole "I've got friends inside" thing, he'll kind of go over and whisper that to him. Hey, he says he's got friends inside. Just to let you know. It's a strange situation.
Eldrick will shake his head. He's not happy about it, but he understands there's more important matters to attend to, so he'll slowly waddle away as the snow should be about half his body.
Okay. You start making your way through. Now, the snow near the roadway is fairly deep, but as you start to move past the house, the house is kind of up on a hill. Not a big hill, but just a little bit up. And then it kind of slopes down, so you see where in the northwest corner there, we've got that little sort of pond. Now, even from this distance, just kind of looking down that little hill, you can tell that pond is frozen over. Maybe thin, maybe thick, you wouldn't really know till you got up close to it, but there's a kind of a gentle hill heading down to a pond, and I think you're adventurers enough to say, ooh, best not be slipping. Does anyone want to deploy any skills or effects that I should know about as they consider this situation? The little bit of brown that you can see there, that's where the ground is, we'll use the term moist enough that the snow can't actually lay on top of it. It just kind of hits there and then kind of melts, sublimates into gooey, marshy ick. But the pond itself is nice and frozen.
Yeah, I have a 10-foot pole that we could probably use to tap in front to try to figure out what's solid and what's not.
Excellent. Definitely worthwhile doing. I would like to see an investigation for whoever is employing the 10-foot pole.
Anybody beat a +3?
All you.
I'll take a stab at it. I've recently held one of these 10-foot poles. Let's see how this goes. I feel like I'm proficient. Let's see here. Investigation.
Yeah,
you
last
said, right?
time you
wait.
used one, you had the trap sprung. So
I just remembered my investigation sucks. Go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and I can learn from watching.
They'll fix that.
Investigation when you get a moment.
I don't think it came out into Roll 20, but it was a 5 plus 3, so an 8.
An 8. Not awesome. But you are kind of moving forward, and you do find a couple of burrows into the banks. So you're kind of going down, and you sort of tap, tap, tap. Whoop. Okay, there's a not. Don't do that. Whoop. There's a don't do that. These are fairly sizable holes. They're probably a good 2 to 2.5 feet in diameter. They don't immediately call out to you as to what they might be. Too big for a snake, too small for a bear, somewhere in between. But unless somebody's got some skills to deploy, that's about what you've got so far. Whoop! Oh, that investigation finally came through.
Is it possible to do a survival to get the sense of what creatures moving around here?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a survival check. Oh, a 20. That's a pretty good one. Just recently, nothing that you see. So within the past 4 to 5 hours, nothing has broken the surface of this ice and muck around here. But frozen into it in places, you see older tracks. The most common that you see are canine. There are some dogs or wolves that move about this area. They are big, they are heavy. Maybe not as big as a dire wolf, but sizable. And they travel here fairly frequently. Also, a smaller print that maybe you don't see as often related, uh, sort of like a hyena. Again, canine, but different pattern. Um, Along with that, some weird things that have like claw toes, maybe the ankeg or something insecty related to it. Um, and I would say you find a couple of strands that hint at spiders as well. There's a little bit of spider silk floating around in this area. So there's a mix of nasties. Um, as you get a little closer to the water's edge, you can see a couple of big floppy feet. There are giant toads or frogs somewhere about.
Okay, Jenny will pass that information along to the rest of the party, and yeah. You guys ready to get closer?
Oh, and one big dragon print. Just whop!
Oh, okay.
But that one looks like it did it intentionally. Like, I was here. Blop. And a bear print.
Well, the bear would be going up with Alfred. I'm assuming
Okay.
he's coming.
We'll move Alfred along here. And Alfred, as he's sort of moving forward, he's like, so I was sort of figuring we'd be inside the house while I was casting the ritual. We're just going to do it out here in the open, huh?
Mm.
You want to be inside the house? We'll get inside the house.
Well, I mean, it's... glad I wore my long johns. It'll be out here for... I'll try and hurry.
Yeah, that dude is weird. I'd rather not go inside the house.
Alright, kind of carefully reaches down, takes his coffee, like, glurk, 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 drinks a bunch of coffee, puts that back. Alright, I'll get started on the ritual here. Maybe it'll go quick. Statistically, it should be... Oh, yeah, right on schedule.
Should we make a fire? Maybe make a fire.
That would be nice. Having
or something.
A little bit of warmth would be fantastic. And he's just sort of like starting to settle down here. Now I've noticed everybody is kind of kept back from the water's edge, and Alfred sort of stayed behind that line that you're sort of following. He's like, now I will need to get this into the water, so if someone could bust up a little bit of the ice, I'll try to give you a little warning. It's probably going to get a little dark and a little cold here before we're ready.
Yeah, with my low investigation check, and I have fishing tackle. I can definitely probably have something for ice fishing as well in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. A little pop, 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 pop. You got it.
So if there's like anybody like maybe really small, light, uh, wants to use that.
Wait, what do you want?
Guys, I think we have to clear some of this snow around here and bring some kindle and make a nice fire.
All right.
Okay. So
Should we?
I'm hearing let's make some fire. Let's do a little ice fishing. What else are people up to at the moment?
Well, if my bear form drops, I wouldn't mind taking a short rest.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Bear form will come down in about 10 minutes. So bear form will drop. All right. So we're into about the 4 to 5 o'clock hour at this point. Sun's getting awful low over there. You kind of settled yourselves in enough that, all right, who's heading to the water's edge? I think I see 2 people up there.
Thomas says he needs the ice broken, right? So I thought,
Yeah. All right. So Peanutty
break
and
it up a
Eldrick.
little bit for him. Watch
All right.
out
Peanutty and Eldrick.
for toads and stuff.
Could I know what your passive perceptions are, Peanutty and Eldrick?
Oh, not great.
Not great. It's not
11.
the answer you want.
Passive perception 12, investigation passive 13.
Got it.
He beat me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So I've got some good news and some bad news. You make your way down to the water's edge. So we're gonna scoot you up just a little bit here. And as you're sort of like looking at the water and kind of checking it out, it's got that kind of lighter color right near the edge that says this is okay to walk on, and then it goes to that gradient of darker color which says no. And you kind of give it the little pressure, and you can watch the whole ice kind of do that bobbing up and down thing that tells you how unstable it is. You get out your ice picks, you're getting ready to do things, and then you realize there's just this little bit of the ice that's moving in just the wrong way, about 5 or 6 feet out that way. And those little bumps in the ice, the little fracture, isn't quite a little fracture. No, there's a thing right there. And that thing is a big frog. And it just kind of like pokes its head up and the mouth opens, and you get a little feedback of, oh, wow, this happened to be just a few moments ago, as a tongue starts to lash out. And we're going to ask everybody to go ahead and roll themselves back into initiative here as we find out if Peanutty or Eldrick get to go before this big icy toad strikes out at them. And 21, 11, 19, 7. 21, 11,
that's right. It froze for a
19,
second.
7. Oh, Peanutty is all over it. Wait, hang on. Where'd Peanutty go? Did you roll?
I did it, and it did the squeak sound, but then I didn't see it pop up.
What was the roll that it gave you?
It didn't pop up. I mean, it didn't even do the dice or anything.
Oh.
So maybe it didn't work.
Oh,
There it goes. Okay, I did it again.
14.
The first time it made a noise, but I don't know. Yeah.
All right. But it's okay. Eldrick may have you covered. Cheney, you don't get the opportunity to see this yet, but you'll be able to join in just a second if you choose. Eldrick, however, you notice before it strikes, there's a big toady-looking thing floating out there just beyond where the ice is thick. What you doing?
I will probably point it out to Peanutty real quick to tell him to get ready, and I am going to I'll hold my action because I'm holding the maul right now. So I'll hold my action to strike it with the maul if it moves forward.
You got it. Held action maul. Peanutty, I've got good news. You actually have a 14. It has a 14, so I need to know, what is your dex modifier? You would like to have a good dex right now.
2.
You get a +2?
Yeah.
That is better than the toad. You get to go
All
first.
right. Nice.
What are you doing?
That thing, if it's like the last one, has reach. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to scare it, man. I don't want to pull me in the icy water. I'm gonna hit him with little dissonant whispers.
Oh, wisdom saving throw from a giant ice toad. A 10 is not better than a
Yay!
13. You will do 15 points of psychic damage to it. That hurts. You will also cause it to run away from you. Is that one the user reaction, or is that one to do it on its turn? Which one is that?
The reaction one.
Reaction one. So all of a sudden, just glook. It disappears as it dives down deep into the water and starts swimming away. So it is both underwater and on the far side of the pond at the moment. Peanutty, anything else for you?
I don't like those things. Did it break the ice for us? Do we still need to break the ice?
About 7 feet out from the shore is where it broke. So you could walk across and then get to that point, but it's on the dangerous bit.
Okay. I'll watch your back. If you
All right.
wanna break the ice? I'm scared.
All right. Toad is under the water, but you can see kind of that dark blobby form starting to move back towards you on its turn. Tolgorn, no action from you, no action from you, no action from you. Top of the turn order, we are back to Cheney. Cheney, everybody else has now had a chance to react to the things going on. And what might you be doing? There's something bad in the water.
Jenny was gathering wood for a fire, but attracted by the rockets by the water, he will move next to Peanut and say, "Oh, what's going on? Oh, what is that thingy?"
I think it's the same as that thing we saw on the road. Don't see any ring this time, though.
So he will, I guess, dodge, because it's not going to go in the icy cold water, so...
Sounds good. Eldrick! It's down in the water, so didn't get a chance to maul it. What are you doing now, though?
Yeah, same thing. Just holding my action, waiting for it to come to us.
You got it. Peanutty.
So what's our plan? To break the ice with the 10-foot pole? Peanutty's just like, I dealt with that thing already. I just want to start breaking the ice so we can get old Tom over here and start concentrating.
We gotta clear the lake, buddy.
Oh, we have to kill it?
Yeah, right. I think so.
All right. Can I sling a knife at it under there? Is it? I'll just blast proceed through the water.
Shot. It's
all right.
It's a tricky shot, but you can take a shot.
Let's watch this.
22 will do that trick, but only 2 points of damage that time. Anything else?
No, I think that's good.
The ice toad has taken its turn, getting a little bit closer. It's now back in lurking position. There's a furious kick of froggy legs, and blump, blump. It lands right in front of all of you. As it does so, you can feel there is cold coming off of its body. You do not want to be this close to it. That is dangerous. But before you get a chance to do anything else, it's going to try and bite. It is going to try and bite the person who has been throwing knives and scaring it. Before I get a chance to do that, though, a mauling attack. Eldrick with the maul. A 12 is not good enough. There are player rerolls if you'd like to use one.
Yeah.
Certainly may. Down to 3 in the pot. 17's much better, and that is a hit. Three points of damage. Wait, was that your crossbow?
No, I rolled. Oh, it wasn't my crossbow, really. Maul. Bad.
Is it the same die or a different die? Okay, there you go. Maul, much better damage. 9 points of damage there. And not enough to stun it, though. As it lands, it tries to bite on Peanutty. Peanutty, giant ice toad bite. Rumph. 14?
Misseroo.
Misseroo. Holgorn. Big toad.
Gotta move. And I'll get to there, and that'll be it.
You got it.
No,
Brawl.
actually, hold on. I will throw a javelin.
Seventeen's a hit. 9 points of damage well struck.
And that's it.
Alrighty, Brawl, now over to you.
Okay, and I'm not a bear anymore, right?
You are no longer a bear.
I will use the dash action to get up to the thing, and my bonus action, I will hit the shillelagh.
You got it. Cheney,
it.
you have started your turn within 10 feet of a giant ice toad. You will take 4 points of cold damage.
Automatically? Got it.
Yep.
That's not good. Okay. Well, I will attack it with my short sword.
16 will hit. 8 is damage.
And then I'll punch it.
I believe in you.
No, I don't.
I'm so
that's
wrong
okay.
about you.
Yep. Cheney will. Let me think. Do I want to get an attack of opportunity? Yeah, attack of opportunity is better than getting automatic damage. So yeah, swing at me.
All right, you try and escape. It tries to bite you, and 8 probably will not bite.
No.
Cheney takes a step back. As they do, Eldrick, you have started your turn within 10 feet.
Yes.
You will take 2 points of cold damage. And then what?
Alright. Then I will raise my maul, focus some energy, and use Booming Blade on it.
Oh, okay.
Spells, there they are. Oh, that only rolled damage. Okay,
Yeah,
so
give me
there.
the attack roll when you get a chance. 18's a solid hit. Let's see the normal sortie damage. Or normal maul damage, sorry. 5 points of... Wait, that can't be right.
Yeah, roll low. That's right. 3.
Okay, 1, but you got
1
it.
plus 1. Yeah.
Yep, 5 points of maul damage, and if it moves, it booms. Not
and
dead
I will
yet.
also take an attack of opportunity as I back up.
Reaction already spent. You get away clean. However, little owly friend, I will ask, it looked like was also within 10 feet on the start of its turn. Was it within 10 feet on the start of its turn?
I think it was 15 actually, because it was slightly behind me.
Okay, then you're clean to go. That will be our Peanutty friend coming up next. Peanutty is within 10 feet. We'll roll 1d10. We'll take 4 points of cold damage. And then Peanutty, what are you doing?
Is there any way to tell if it has reach? I mean, I know so far it's attacked us only from 5 feet, but like, is it whipping around a 10-foot long tongue at
No,
us or something?
so far it's been all bites.
Okay.
You don't know if it has reach.
Yeah.
If you spent your turn thinking about your nature and checking your handy giant toad guide, maybe.
I'm gonna try what do you call it? A mobile flourish. I'm gonna hit it with my sword so hard it'll drive it back. Hopefully.
All
See
right,
how
let's see
goes.
it. Bum, 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 bum.
Hey.
Oh, 20. Whoa. Really? 13? Wow. I mean, I
And
guess
then
technically that's driving it back because it just sort of like
yeah.
sinks down into the water, quite dead.
Oh, well
As
then that works
you
too.
deal 14 points of damage to the giant toad. Congratulations. After the toad is dispatched, a little bit of chipping away at the ice, and you can see there's some icy tadpoles floating around and a few teeny tiny frogs, but nothing else of dangerous note to carry you through the balance of the afternoon. As night begins to fall, that creaking noise that's been treating with you this whole time of uh, Uncle Olev on his rocking chair goes still. Should someone sort of peek around the side, Uncle Olev is no longer in his rocking chair, but Rodney is still doing his pee-pee dance while holding up the giant pike. Um, as darkness is falling, and I'm about to ask for our next D100, I believe there was a request that the party might try and get in their short rest. So you kind of hunker down. Alfred's over there chanting away. Um, who is taking a rest and who is staying on guard?
If possible, Cheney will take a short rest.
Okay. Cheney wants a short rest. Peanutty?
Brawl does too.
Brawl short rest.
If there's at least 2 people left to watch, rest. Yeah.
Okay. Toll?
Tolgorn's on watch.
Tolgorn's on watch. Eldrick?
Yeah, I could be on watch.
Okay, so Toll and Eldrick are taking watch. Cheney, Peanutty, Brawl, you are taking your rest. It's only about an hour. I mean, what could happen in an hour? Could I have from someone their fateful D100 for the first couple of hours of evening to find out what could happen? $64. Okay. So, short rest passes uneventfully. Please take the benefits of a short rest. Go ahead, spend your hit dice, etc. It's gotten a little bit stormy outside as time has passed. Alfred's kind of hunkered down. You've built him a little fire, maybe put up a little bit of a windbreak, but there's some clouds coming through, and it's got that kind of smell in the air that speaks more of rain than snow. There's kind of a, that damp warming that causes the steam to come up off the ground and then come back down as rain. Rodney's still over there doing his little dance as the storm clouds are coming around. Nighttime is happening. Like, it's going to be dark soon. Darkness preparations that I'll ask for before we take our little break. Dark vision, torches, light spells. What's the plan for the probably 4 to 5 hours of darkness you're going to have to contest with before Alfred's done his spell?
I thought we
I guess-
started a fire.
There's
Yeah,
a little puddle of light. There's a little fire, but that's only 10 to 20 feet or so. If you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. That makes sneaking up on you.
Oh, I got
super easy.
dark vision. So.
I've got torches.
Okay,
Yeah. As it turns darker, I can cast light on my mole.
sounds good. Cheney, you're an elf, so
We,
dark vision.
make a
Peanutty,
perimeter.
got it. All right, cool.
Dark vision.
So let's go ahead and take our five-ish minute break for the real world, and we'll be back. Let's call it sometime around, would that be 9:25-ish Central Time? I'll go ahead and mute us all and hide our screens. Give me just a moment, and then we'll be right back. So, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. The players should be fading out anytime. No, where'd it go? There it go. Fade, you players, fade. Cool. They cannot see us, but they can still hear us. I'll fix that in a moment. Them and their little red dragons. All right, they can see us. They can hopefully hear us. And welcome back, everybody. We are working our way through Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure, reclaiming, well, sort of reclaiming, the Shaw homestead. The party has elected to begin the ritual outside. 3 hours or so have passed that Alfred Toma has been chanting away. Things seem to be progressing fairly well, but darkness has now fallen. There's a little fire going, providing him with some light and some warmth. Some torches have been lit, some light has been cast on a mall, and 3 characters have remained on watch. I would like for those 2 characters on watch. 2 characters on watch. I would like for those 2 characters on watch to roll me perception checks, please. It would be very good for you if you managed a 10 or better. 22 is way better than a 10. 21, also significantly better than a 10. The 2 of you notice that there is a pack, 4-ish dogs approaching from off to the west. It sounds like they are running, so off to the left-hand side of the map. It sounds like they are running, barking and communicating as they go. It's not hunting calls. It's not sort of, like a baying that they're after game. It's more just communication as they're on, what sounds like a fairly long distance run, because over the course of the last 10, 15 minutes or so that you've been able to hear them calling back and forth, they've been getting steadily louder. So it sounds like they are coming in your direction. You would guess, based on the noise, guessing on the size of the dog, maybe you've got another 10 minutes or so before they get to this area, if they are coming here. Eldrick, Tolgorn, what are you doing?
Yeah, these guys have had their short rest, so we'll get them involved.
You got it. Cheney Peanutty Brawl, you get a little attention called back towards, you've had enough time to rest. You've recovered. But you could have done with another extra couple of winks.
Yeah, I think given that he wants to stay back a little bit, Eldrick will set his maul to the side and take his crossbow bolt case out of the or his crossbow was out of the case.
I know that dogs are pack animals. Perhaps if I went and challenged their leader, we don't have to kill them all.
We don't have to kill any of them if they're not attacking us.
And you said that these are just regular wolves?
I haven't seen a nature check or something to that effect to steer you in a direction, if someone would like to take lead on what kind of animal is making that noise.
I'm a cat person.
A 14, not so grand. A 2, Cheney. What? So while Cheney is maybe impersonating the dogs, Brawl, they are more dogs than wolves. So there's more of a guttural bark to them than you would expect even from large wolves. So more hound than wolf, if that makes sense.
Well, should we go meet them? We don't want
Let's
them
get
attacking Alfred.
Yeah, let's get some torches. You just whoosh the torches in there, they shouldn't get close.
Sure. Let's do it.
2, 3, 4 minutes more pass, and the wolves, the barks are getting closer. Those wolves are now a little better angled. Okay, they're running along the roadway, so they'll be coming in from the west, south of you, a little bit further. Kind of looking off in the distance, you can see swamp. Yeah, that's probably the easiest path for them to run at this point. So if you were going to try and surprise them, maybe those trees down there would be your best sort of cover point if they're coming in this direction.
Well, I was just going to suggest that I become a wolf and scare them off.
Okie dokie.
Um, yeah, by all means.
All right. So go ahead and wolf it up. What type of wolf are you?
Dire wolf.
You are a dire wolf. That's a big wolf. So as you dire wolf it up, if you would be so kind as to give me a intimidation charisma check as you start howling. Or appropriate wolf sounds.
18.
18, that's a pretty good wolf sound. You hear a little like barkety barkety what coming from off in the distance. You hear like a whining yip come back, but as you hear that, and now that you've got wolf ears on, you realize that's not a single creature and a single creature yipping at the same time. It's happening in stereo. Those dogs that you're arguing with have two heads each.
Did you scare both of them?
They're sort of like calling back like a, "Hey, sorry, didn't know someone was here already. We good?"
I'll growl.
That's a no, huh? Go ahead and give me another intimidation check. The first one stopped them, got them curious. This one's now a go about your business, nothing to see here kind of attempt. A 9.
We got rerolls.
Oh, so they're going to win on this one. If you want to deploy a reroll, you certainly may.
All right. Yeah, I will. I forgot about those. Nope.
That one's a little harder. So they're kind of coming up like, all right, let's see you. Like, we're not going to 100% call your bluff, but, they're approaching. You can tell that there's a chance that you might still scare them off if you put on a brave front, but it would take a in-person kind of set. Down there to the south, I've put the 2 tokens on the board. They're kind of making their way forward like roofity roof roof roof. Like, you're really going to step up to us? We got a lot of teeth.
I think Cheney and I, based on the token movement, might have the same idea, climbing up these trees and hiding out in the top. What do you think? Is that what you're doing? Is that a time? Do we have time to do such a thing?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just hiding.
Okay.
Mhm.
So for those of you that are taking to the treetops and maybe doing a little bit of sneaking, let's see some stealth rolls. Janie, you just kind of like start going up. This tree is just not bearing your weight, and like it comes back down. You like go up a little bit, come down a little bit. you're not super well hidden. Um, the dogs are kind of coming up like, "Hey, what's going on in here? Are you suspicious and food?" Um, Brawl, you would know that if you're gonna really kind of scare him off, it's gonna have to be you more or less alone being like, "I am much bigger than you. Move on."
Yeah,
Or it
I'll
can be a
charge
tactic deal.
forward at them,
Okay.
growling, snapping, biting.
10, 10 is your number to beat if you're heading out there alone. And 11. All right. So now, Eldrick, I'm just going to check in with you real quick. These are not normal beasties. Two
Yeah.
heads on a single dog. Are you okay letting him move away?
Can you
Yeah. I
see?
mean, if they're going away, from where I am, I might not be able to tell if they've got two heads or not, considering it's getting darker, and I will have light casted on my cross on the bolt that I have loaded.
Okay. So yeah, Brawl, you've moved forward, you've done your job. They're sort of like, okay, just checking, making sure you're really a dog. We thought we heard an elf impersonating us not long ago. And they start moving along, kind of keeping an eye off in your direction. Now, Tolgorn, I noticed that as this is happening, you're staying reasonably close to where Alfred is. Is that correct?
Yes.
Would you be so kind as to roll me a perception check, please? Would you like to use a player reroll?
Wasn't much better.
Oh, that's a little bit rough. Okay. The thing that you might not notice. Alfred kind of gives a little sort of noise and tumbles over backwards.
Oh no.
And what you see having crept up on him in the snow is a humanoid spider-like creature. It's got a bunch of like silk or web sort of encircling Alfred, and it's getting ready to sort of pull him back and start sprinting in the other direction away from you all. If I could have everybody go ahead and click themselves into the turn order. Some of you may recognize an Ettercap. Others of you may not. Holgorn, wow, you are all over it. One, two, three, four, five. I think that was everybody. Oh, I'm missing somebody. Who we got? Browl, Peanutty, Eldrick, Cheney, Tolgorn. One, two, three, four. No, that's everybody. Okay, cool.
I rolled as a dire
Oh,
wolf.
okay, gotcha. Direwolf's in
Brawl.
there, so you are. That's not you. Got it. Everybody's done real well. So the Ettercap has a garrote around Alfred's neck. Alfred's just like got the box like. Tolgorn though, what are you doing?
Well, let me think about it for a moment. I'm gonna move right around here and play whack-a-mole.
Seems like a thing to do. A 17 is going to whack-a-mole quite well. 6 point of damage. It looks a little hurt, but it's sort of shaking it off and trying to run. Anything else, Tolgorn?
I was hoping to block it from running, but we'll see.
You got it. Peanutty.
Can I? Would it be easy enough to hop down out of the tree and then run over here?
Oh,
Maybe
sure.
make it that far if I can move the full. And then
Gravity assists with the descent happily.
yeah, all right. And I'll hit him with the same thing I tried on the frog, but he impolitely died before I got to see its effect. Let's see how this goes. This here and
20 will
a
hit.
mobile flourish. There we go. So that it didn't give a description. Basically, it can push it back number of feet equal to the damage dealt, which is
Oh, very nice. And
13.
forcing it to move. Wait. So
yeah, I'm
5 feet
hoping to
back?
break the grapple.
That will break the grapple.
Yeah.
So Alfred.
Yeah, I could even move it over one more.
Oh, even one more. You got it. So Alfred basically gets kind of yanked out of it. Gets himself back together. He's still holding on to the box. Didn't take damage yet, so he's good. And kind of like starts butt scooting away as he keeps up with his incanting. Peanutty, anything else?
You all right, Alfie? I hope that didn't break your concentration.
Try
to help him sit up and make sure his boxes are propped the right way and everything.
Got it.
If you could do that as a bonus action, free action. That's
Sure.
it.
Eldrick, what do we got?
Eldrick will give a short whistle at his owl to go give him advantage. And with a crossbow bolt that is currently lit up, hopefully I can stick him and keep milk. I will miss.
Not so much, no.
And then he will fly over here, and that will end my turn.
You got it. That is going to bring us to our direwolf. Direwolf.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on over there, but I suspect that I've been baited. So I am going to rush up to the dogs and attack them. Or one of them.
You rush up to the dogs. The dog's like, what? And then you attack. 15 will hit. 6 points is damage. Strength saving throw or prone, is that direwolves?
Yep.
Dog says, don't wanna. Falls prone. Is that 2 bites or wait, what happened? 1, 2.
I'm not really sure why it did that the second time. Should just be the one bite.
Got it. Okay. But is prone at the moment. And so,
That's
Cheney.
it for me.
Is Cheney aware of the ether cap here?
Cheney is probably aware of both things at this point. The Eder cap was kind of caught in the firelight and hasn't quite got out of it yet. And then the dogs, you can hear the dogs and the wolf fighting down there.
Okay. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Doesn't really get me there. So I will cast a dart at the ether cap.
Okie dokie. 18 will hit an Ettercap. 7 points is definitely damage.
That's my turn.
All right, and that is then going to bring up our baddies. Ettercap is going to, having been bounced away from what it can do, going to try and get a hold of Tolgorn. Tolgorn, it's going to reach out to you with its claws for a 7 and a miss. It's going to try and bite you with its fangies for a 14, probably miss.
That's the number.
Oh, that is the number. That'll be 4 points of piercing and give me a con saving throw. Or be poisoned. Oh, that is a rough
Ouch.
con. There are some player rerolls if you'd like to deploy one. There are 2.
I think you should, because you don't want to be poisoned.
Yeah. Disadvantage on everything, right?
13 makes it a pass, but you will still take 2 plus 7, 9 points of damage, I think. And you will notice that climbing over the wall are 2 wolf spiders. Biggins. Perhaps friends of the Ettercap. 5, 6, 7. Please confirm. Distance can travel. Ooh, quite fast. They will close in, and is that Peanutty I see? Peanutty, you have 2 bites coming at you. Bite number 1, 9, missy. Bite number 2, 15?
Yes.
Miss, you got it. Away down south, a pair of death dogs face off against our wolfy friend. Death dog will use its action to stand, or half movement to stand up, and then both of them will begin chomping. There are 4 bites coming at our dire wolf. Number 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the number I'm aiming for?
14.
14. That's going to be 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. And can I get 3 DC 12 Constitution saving throws? Assuming you can get diseased.
I think so.
I don't think druids have anything that would resist that. I think that's paladins.
Now, would it be my con?
That would be the wolf's calm, actually. You are triple diseased. No, just one copy of the disease upon you. If you don't get that cured, you'll start losing maximum hit points. But in the meantime, you have taken a number of damage. 21 points of damage. 21 points of damage. Tolgorn, what's going on with you?
Swinging at X.
Swinging at X.
Bonus action rage, and then swing the X.
You got it.
Oh, come on.
Last player reroll if you want it.
I have to.
Okay.
Nicer, not nice.
It's not enough, but it's better than a 1. Anything else, Tolgorn?
No.
All right. Peanutty. Spiders everywhere.
All right. This guy right here, I think, with the defensive flourish. This here? Oh, well, swing at him. Oh, yeah.
That's it. And 11 was actually the magic number. With that, kakoosh, you squish a giant wolf spider.
Oh, very good. This is unnecessary for the damage apparently, but it'll help from my AC.
Look it.
And and then that's good.
All right. Eldrick, what do we got?
Here in the wolves, I'm gonna start heading towards the south. Also gives myself a better angle at the spiders. Send advantage at the other wolf spider, trying to get rid of the mobs. And crossbow bolt.
Certainly may. A pair of... Oh, 11 is the number you need, actually, so that will work. Wait, hang on, wait. Sorry, wait. No, sorry, 13 is the number you need. 11 is the number you need for the owl. Sorry, owl jumped in my way. That would be a miss. Sorry about that.
Okay. And that will end my turn.
You got it. That will bring us to our direwolf. Rawl.
Rawr. I will bite the one that I've attacked already. Try and finish him off.
Certainly may. 23 is a hit. 11 is some damage.
And then for my bonus action, I will use my the combat heal. To get 8
Combat
back.
heal. Oh. Neat. Map's too big, doesn't all fit on screen. Awesome. Cheney.
Cheney closes into the ether cap and try to stab him with his short sword. And fails.
Fails. I don't see any more player rerolls.
So
That
the
is a crit
D6
fail.
deployed.
I see a D6.
It is a crit fail.
It is a crit fail. I do not have a deck for that. So I will make something bad happen later. Cheney, anything else?
Since I took the attack action, I will kick the ether cap.
Certainly may. 15 will hit.
Okay. So he takes 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Cheney, anything else for you?
Nope, done.
All right. Bad thing has happened on that attack, so you're going to get some attention here. The first one is Ettercap, attention on Cheney. Bite first. 9 is going to miss. Claws. Crits it. Claws. 12 points of slashing damage. Wolf Spider moves up on Cheney. Cheney. Giant Wolf Spider bite. 5 is going to miss. Down south, a pair of death dogs attack a dire wolf. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the number I was aiming for was a 14?
14, yeah.
Alright, so we got 1 crit. And then 3 hits. Okay. So, okay, that's the total damage. 14, 21, 28, 30 points of damage there.
And Bralnera comes back. 30 points, so
30
I take
points.
6.
Oh! I took you off the thing. Do you remember what your initiative was?
12.
Okay, cool. Let's get that off there. And then Brawl, where are you at? We will find the Brawl token.
By the water, I think.
There we go.
Yep.
Oh, I just put a different one out.
Oh, sorry. Either way, pull that one off, throw that one in, and 12 and set. And I think we are at the top of the turn order with Tolgorn. No, sorry, top of the turn order, Tolgorn and Peanutty. Which of you would you like to go first?
Tolgorn.
Tolgorn, you got it.
Okay. And I am going to swing recklessly.
Certainly may. Advantage going for that Eder cap again. .22 is a solid hit.
$14 damage.
14 damage. You got it. And still a creature, but not much of one. Anything else, Tolgorn?
No, that's all.
You got it. Peanutty.
Gonna do a little circling around in the snow.
Okay.
No fancy kicking up snow with his boots. Do a little close up, action shot, and then it's gonna whip around his sword and try to hit both those spideys. Let's see, or maybe, hopefully.
15 for 13 will hit the wolf spider and kill it.
Oh, very good. And this is for his buddy here.
Ooh.
Slashing flourish, carrying through and hitting the other one with the same
Absolutely.
strike.
5 points of damage there. It's on its last limb, but it still has a limb. Peanutty, anything else?
He's standing there posing heroically, and then he looks. It's like, still alive? You ruined my moment. That's good.
Eldrick, what do we got?
Moving up to try to help Belron out a little bit. Should be able to take a shot at one of these wolves now.
Sure.
My owl won't have enough space, but he can certainly move up. So there is a crossbow bolt at this first one here.
17 will handle it even with the dim light. You got it.
Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. There you go.
6 points of damage there.
And that
Anything
will
else?
end my turn.
You got it. Brawl. Couple of deathy dogs. What do you got?
They found out my secret. Damn it. I'm not a real wolf. But I could be. Bonus action, I'll turn back into a wolf.
4 death dog heads go whoop, tilt.
And I will bite down on the one that I've been beaten on.
You got it. 10 will miss.
You get advantage now.
It is not prone. It actually stood up. I forgot
Prone?
to take the token off.
Oh, gotcha.
So 10 will
Sorry.
miss. No player rerolls at the moment. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Cheney.
Let's see if I can hit this guy. Because otherwise I'm dead. I have 3 hit points left. So let's see what happens.
Bum, 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 bum. 24 will hit. You need 7 points of damage.
There's a chance.
Dun, 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 dun. 6 is not 7.
But let's see if a kick will do it.
With the nuts.
You need 1 point of damage.
Well, I cannot not make 1 point of damage.
Yes. With that, Ettercap falls. Cheney, anything else?
Yeah, he will do his full move to the south to get closer to Brown.
All right.
35, 40, 45. Yep, done.
Cheney, as you start running south and you're heading towards the dog, something catches just out of the side of your eye there, way to the east, right where Rodney is standing, in the darkness still, doing his little pee-pee dance on this giant lance here. You see just this little sparkly corona glow near the tip of this very long metal lance pointed into the sky towards the storm clouds. But away to the south, a couple of dogs are going to try and chew on a wolf. 4 bites coming at you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 hits that time. 12 points of damage as the dogs chew in to the disease-ridden direwolf. Tolgorn, what are you up to?
I am moving to the south. At least I think I am.
There you go. It took a step.
That's 45. I'll move up next to Cheney here and hand him a potion.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you.
Peanut.
Is that hold on?
Oops,
Is that a free? Is that a free action?
if you are handing him the potion for him to take it later, free action. If you are pouring it in his mouth to give him the potion, that's an action.
Okay, I was just handing it to him. I just wanted to make sure that because I used my dash. So
Oh, yep.
okay, I'm done.
You got it. Peanutty.
All right. I'm gonna move like here, and then hit. How far is that? That's within 120, I'm sure, right?
Yeah.
Hook and knife. Ping pong ricocheting, revolver ocelot style through the trees, and hopefully we'll hit a 2-headed doggy on the other end of it. Let's see. Oh yes.
Oh, yes. 3 plus 5 is 8.
And I think I was aiming at the top one here. The
You
one
got
that
it.
you can see best.
8 points
It's
of
not doing the
damage
bouncy thing.
dealt. Neither dog is looking healthy at this point, but they had 2 heads each. So when one goes unconscious, it's still got 1 left. Peanutty, anything else?
Oh, no, that's good.
Got it. Eldrick, what do we got?
I will. Will I give the wolf advantage on this first one here?
Sounds good.
Take a crossbow bolt, shoot it at the same one.
22 is a solid hit. 8 points of damage there.
And I'll come back a little bit, and I'll end my turn.
You got it. Brawl, if you choose to, you have advantage on the northern wolf. The southern wolf was the one you had been chewing on. What would you like to do?
They're both the same.
About the same.
I will take the advantage then.
You got it.
Nope, didn't work.
One more time. Yeah. 13 will hit, though. Uh, 8 points of damage there. It's like wolf. Brawl. Anything else?
Yeah, bonus action. I'll use the heal again.
Okie dokie. Cheney, what do we got?
Okay, so I will do a full move.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and then I will drink 1 potion. And that will be the end of my turn.
You got it. At that point, dog bites on the wolf. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 1 hit, but it is a crit. 14 points of damage. And Tolgorn, what do we got?
I guess we're running still. Actually, I can't leave Alfred up here by himself. I'm going back up here with Alfred.
Okay.
That's good. Thank you.
Tolgorn headed up to take care of Alfred P. Nutty.
All right. Let's get a little closer. 5. Like so, and sling another knife.
23 for 5. Still barking. Faintly, though.
All right.
Eldrick.
Right. This time I will give Balron advantage to the southern dog.
Mhm.
And I will shoot at the northern one again.
You got it. Show me 4 points of damage. 12 is more than 4. 1 down.
And that will end my turn.
Brawl, you got advantage.
Yeah, that's good. Another way to give me advantage would have been come over here. Grrr.
.24 will hit. Roll it just in case you crit it. Ooh, 10's a good number. It's still got a little bit of fight left in it, though. Cheney.
It should be within 45.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I get to get there and stab him.
Alrighty. That's
Nope.
a miss.
And then let's try with a punch in the face.
Which one? Hey, you picked one that's the right one. 12 will hit.
Okay.
7 is
7
damage.
points.
Cheney, it's been chewing on this direwolf for a while now. So it just looks at you, and you've got your hand like right in front of one of its muzzles, so it just tries to bite you back. Cheney, you got 2 attacks coming at you. Bite number 1, 9. Bite number 2, 12.
Whew.
Tolgorn, you're up there protecting Alfred. Give me a quick perception check if you would. Oh, you're all over it. Things look safe at the moment, but you can tell that over towards the house, there are more spiders, but they are very small. So heading over towards the house might expose you to a lot of little spiders. But if you stay here at the moment, you're in a safe spot. Anything that you would like to do aside from this looking around?
Yeah, I'm gonna drink the potion.
Certainly may. Glug, 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 glug. Peanutty.
All right. Yeah, throw a knife. Oh no! Hey, you want to finish that thing there? Or should I sling a knife at it? I don't want to take away his kill. What if I get lucky and hit it? I'll just quietly vanish into the night. I'll go back up here.
Okay. Peanutty just scoots on out. Eldrick.
I will whistle at the owl to give Balron advantage, but not having a good angle. I will hold my action in case one of those spiders that were pointed out might just be coming this way.
You got it.
So I will hold in a crossbow bolt for one of them.
Brawl, you have advantage if you'd like it. An 11 will miss.
Oh, that's not good.
No rerolls in the pot. Brawl, any other actions?
Nope, that's it.
Cheney, this dog is staring at you. It's your turn.
Don't worry, Wolfie.
22 is going to hit. You need 5.
I'm gonna put him to sleep.
7 is more than 5. Dog falls before it chews on you.
And then he'll move back.
Everything starts to quiet down. Kind of get everybody calmed back down, gathered back up, take stock. You can tell that these dogs are unnatural. A little inspection, you can see that they are likely servants of the Black Dragon, perhaps a patrol of its area. There's some scarring on them from acid. There's some marks on them as to how they've been trained. But for the moment, they won't be reporting back. Congratulations. As you start to huddle back up, Alfred's working his way through his incantation, and we're into the tail end of the night. So I do need to ask for one more of those fateful D100s. I don't remember who hasn't rolled yet.
It's either me or Ethan.
Okay.
No, I rolled.
I think Ethan's rolled. I think it's
I
just...
think I am basically calling out myself. Okay, here we go.
Okay. 1D100 high numbers are good. 31's not super high. So you hear like a chick chick boom kind of noise as the storm overhead starts to really get going. It's starting to rain in this area. Thunder's going off. Lightning's going off. It's, a little ways away, but coming in soon. The water starts coming down. Alfred looks miserable, but he keeps on chanting. Over there, Rodney's just doing his little dance, holding up his giant metal pole, and then zzz, bang! Lightning Rodney. As the lightning strikes the skeleton, it just explodes. Bones go flying everywhere. The metal pole just melts down, turns into slag. You all have that moment of all we can see is a white line, and then your vision starts to come back. That, just happened. Alfred's like, and then keeps going. Party, are you doing anything?
That was weird.
So the skeleton's gone?
Well, I mean, there's a bit of them over there. There's a bit of them over there. There's some that way. I think you got hit by a piece of him.
I would like to go up and have a look
Sure.
to see if there's anything coming out of this carnage.
Sure, go ahead and start making your way over there. Is this a perception, investigation, arcana? What sort of skills might we be deploying at this point?
Well, perception would be the best one for me, so probably that.
Sure.
Or not.
You smell a lot of ozone, you see a lot of bone bits. There's like a kind of charry bit in the middle of that vegetation and stuff. You smell a little meat cooking.
I think that's what that was supposed to do. That poll. Anybody here a scientist?
I mean, arcana might be more the science, but
I could try. Yeah. Arcan what?
There's some strange stuff that just happened there.
Oh crap! Is that from the bad?
No, you're just rolling
That Arcana
numbers.
check.
I like
What was
numbers.
that?
Just numbers. Could be anything.
Guys, it's none of our business. We're here to escort Albert. I don't care about what happened there.
Can I at
Yeah,
least burn
good
all
point.
this ichor away by throwing a torch on it?
From 120 feet
Yeah.
away?
Well,
No, you're
no,
not that good.
I will move up and lighting a torch, getting ready to throw it on there though.
Sure. So you kind of move past. You got torch in hand, and as I'm going to use some words here. As you shamble to the mound, the mound shambles back to you.
Just had to poke the bear, didn't we?
Definitely gonna throw that torch on top of it.
As you go to throw the torch, it tries to throw itself back on top of you. And let's go ahead. Why are you stuck together? Get out of my way, tree. Thank you.
No,
Let's go ahead and roll ourselves into initiative. And the party may
not
have learned
expect that.
something. Guess how shambling mounds are created.
What the heck?
Eldrick, good time to roll high. So let's go ahead and put ourselves in order. Peanutty, Brawl. You see, Eldrick is about to throw a torch on a shambling mound. The shambling mound is about to throw itself on Eldrick. You guys are pretty far away, but is there anything you're doing?
Yeah. I'm gonna wait. Curse it, but I gotta see the range on that. I think it's less than. It's like 90. Oh, 30. Oh, yikes. Okay. So it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Sorry, I'm just doing measuring here to see if I can. It's not 30 away, huh? I can't curse yet. But I will sling a knife.
Okay.
Like so.
Eldrick knife. Whoop, 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 whoop. Miss.
Whoopsie daisy. How did I miss that? All right. That's it, I guess.
Brawl.
It is pretty frightening. I will move up 30 feet. And I still think I'm at disadvantage for this.
Okay. Uh, 15 will hit though. 4 points is some damage.
A little help over here.
Eldrick, could I get a D4 for the torch that you tossed on it?
Yeah. D right there.
There we go. Cool. Not super effective. Kind of went out sizzling, but it did scorch a little bit. And then what are you doing?
Well, considering I would be holding a crossbow bolt, I have to take the disengage action here
Okay.
and move away to there, and that will end my turn.
You got it. At that point, the shambling mound, it does shamble. It can shamble not far enough. So it shambles to there, and then it takes the shamble dash action and shamble dashes up to there. Tolgorn. Eldrick is being chased by a mound of vegetation. What are you doing?
Well, he'll have to get it to chase him all the way back over here because I'm still in protection mode.
You got it. Cheney.
I'm very far, and probably entering a melee with Shambling Mound is not the best idea he can come up with, but I don't see any other options. So he would just get closer.
Okay.
$45. And then let me see what is the range. I believe dart, the range is 20, so there will be a disadvantage.
23.
Should have been a disadvantage.
Yeah,
Let me
roll
roll
one more
again.
time. 13 is not enough.
Okay.
Peanut.
That's my turn.
All right. Now he's getting cursed.
Now he's getting cursed.
Right here.
Curse.
I was trying to come up with a crafty insult for a bush, but I didn't come up with one, and now it's too late. So here we go. Just throw a knife at him.
23 will hit.
Only 2. Oh wait, that should be 4. Yeah, plus 2 for the hex for the curse. I mean,
You got it. 4 points of forceful damage.
Strategically back away a little bit there.
Strategically back away. Brawl.
I will take the disengage action and also back away.
Okay.
I will go down this way, though.
Eldrick.
I will take the disengage action again, and then before leaving, I will have the owl give Peanutty, I think, was throwing the daggers. So I'll give him advantage, and I will right there for the owl, and that'll end my turn.
You got it. Mound dash. Tolgorn. It is slowly getting closer.
Let's see how close.
35.
Yeah, not quite close enough.
Any action for you?
Yeah, I will move down just a little bit away from Alfred.
Okay.
That's it.
Cheney.
I don't remember. Is it being eat yet? No, right?
Has
Yeah,
the mound been hit? The mound was just recently struck by lightning
For 4.
and a few daggers, and it's had a rough day.
Okay. Well, then I will attack it.
13 does not hit.
Okay. I'll spend 1 key point, and I'll do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Not a flurry of blows. You get what I'm saying.
Patient defense, flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows.
Flurry of blows.
I don't know why they can't pronounce it. Flurry of blows. Okay.
You got it both times as far as I knew. Let's see some punches. And
11 is Jack nothing. Second flurry. Oh, come on!
No. Something just went to ding, ding, ding. Oh, hey! Thanks for the raid there, folks. But an 11 and an 8 will not hit. Our party is trying to secure the entrance to a black dragon's lair and fighting off a shambling mound at the moment. Just recently birthed from a lightning bolt. But, Cheney, no. Anything else for you?
Nope.
Alrighty. P-Nutty. Cheney is in the danger zone. Can you save them?
Sorry, wife was delivering me a snack here.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, he's right there. Continue to, I believe, his advantage thanks to Mr. Owl.
Mr. Owl has
toss
provided advantage.
Toss a cursed knife into that bush. Oh.
A pair of 13s, even with advantage, is going to fail to strike
Oh
it.
no.
Peanutty, anything else?
All right. I'm over here by Tully. That's good.
All right, Brawl.
Come on, you guys. It's a bush. How do you miss a bush?
How do? And then you
Oh.
do.
Just like that. Oh,
That's a lot of
damn it.
13s. Brawl, anything else?
This frickin' tree got in my way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Eldrick.
Alright, disengage hopefully for the last time.
Okay.
And I will give advantage to Peanutty again. And be able to get to there.
Alrighty. Owl dips in to give the help action advantage, but the mound has someone within range. Cheney. It rises up. It slams down. The first of 2 slams. Misses terribly. The second slam. An 11.
We'll miss.
Cheney. I really wanted to hit you with one of those. Tolgorn. What do we got?
If you eat me, I'll probably be dead. So thank you for not hitting me.
Slam on it.
Bet you can't guess what he's going to do.
I mean, there's no... Well, there might be some moles in there. They were feeding a lot of stuff to it. Is it going to be reckless?
It is going to be reckless.
Oh. With advantage. .23 is a good first half of that swing. 4 points of damage? Oh, yep. 4 points of damage.
Yeah, minimum.
It is still damage, though. Tolgorn, anything else?
I believe that was a no.
Alrighty. Cheney, we got anything in there for you?
Hey, I gotta eat this thing.
I believe
Be
it.
that the last thing that I do, I gotta do it. So
You're not going to do it with an 11, though.
I know. So I guess I'm gonna spend my last key point because this beast's gonna go down. No matter what, be that the last thing I do. So, flurry of blows again.
23 is a hit.
Die.
7 is damage. You need
Second
to do that
flurry of
again.
blows.
23.
Die.
Wow, you really actually going to do it again? Only 4 does not end it.
Ah.
Cheney, anything else?
That's all I can do.
Peanutty. The lightning that has animated this mound didn't do this much more healing to it, so what do we got?
Advantage cursed dagger
Advantage curse dagger.
coming at you. Soil!
20
didn't roll the
will
advantage,
do.
It hits him anyway. Huh?
9 is enough. And you manage to sever the root. The mound falls to pieces. Quiet once more, except for Alfred's little chant continuing off in the distance. Alfred sort of gives like the between breaths. All right, it's just about time. Are we ready?
Born ready, friend. Born ready.
All right. So he kind of starts rocking. He rocks himself up to a standing. He's got the little box. He scampers himself over to the ice that you've cut the hole in. Kind of gives it a toss. You see it hit the water. As soon as it hits the water, it starts to sink. And instead of getting smaller as it sinks, like most things do, it gets bigger as it sinks, as it just expands and expands and expands. 16 times the size that it was before. And then the water just starts heating up and kind of steaming from underneath And he says, all right, it is time to go. Thanks, everyone. Good job. I'm going to disappear now. I recommend you do the same. Okay?
I wish I have magic now.
Alfred vanishes.
Yep.
All right.
Great.
It is pretty late at night right now. Nice and dark outside. There's a lot of steam and heat rising. There's storm above, rain coming down, lightning flashing. And it's time to see how well we do getting out of Dodge. Is there anyone who has not rolled their D100 yet? I believe we got all 5.
Think so.
All right. So, we just need to see some sort of escape plan going off here. And I get to roll my D100. You would like to
And
see.
what don't you want? What don't you want to see?
Oh, no. You would like to see not a 1. You would like
Okay.
to see high numbers here. This is
Okay.
my D100, so I want to see a 1.
Oh, you want to see a 1? Okay.
I see split dead on a 50. So we just need to see some decent method of escape here. Things that I would consider normal would be something like a stealth or a survival, maybe even an athletics just to really book it out of there. But what are your characters thinking is the way to get out of Dodge before the dragon shows up? And or, go check out the Shaw household, which you have not been inside yet. Maybe pick up
We
your
should go
Angeg
kill that
pieces.
guy too.
Go deal with
We
Uncle.
killed everything else around here.
I couldn't care less about him. Let's get out of here, guys. Follow me. I'm gonna start stealthing. You guys stealth behind me, and we get the hell out of Dodge.
All right. So Cheney's pitching in a stealth. Let's see a stealth roll. We want to maintain a average higher than 10 here is what we're really looking to do. 23 sets a good start. Eldrick, Peanutty, Tolgorn, Brawlnera, what might you be doing as your Peanutty I think muted. Peanutty came in just bringing the average down a little bit. We're still in the, above 10 range.
Can I do a survival and try and find the path
Sure.
out of here?
Absolutely. Keep you on the path. No deer trails. 17 keeps us our average nice and high. Tolgorn, Eldrick, what might you
I'm
be
in
doing?
I'm in with the survival as well.
Okay, go ahead and give me survival. 12. Average is a little closer. If I'm doing my math correctly, we're somewhere in the 14 to 15 range. Still good. We just need Eldrick not to really, really roll low. Eldrick, what might you be using here?
I would be probably rolling stealth or perception, because I want to be casting light on my maul, putting
Okay.
my crossbow away. So whatever you think is best, perception or stealth with the light on.
I think perception would be fine there. So perception is basically keeping your eyes open as you're running using the light. 6 is a little low, but I think our average is still maintaining. We're going to do the calculator because I'm dumb. 12 plus 6 plus 17 plus 8 plus 23 equals, divide by 5, 13.2-ish, which is better than 10, which is what we needed to do. So the party gets on the road, starts heading back towards town. Behind them, bubbling away, is the blockage that they've put into the lake. After an hour, 2, maybe 3, they hear roar, which is effectively damn it in Draconic. And is the party laughing as they run back towards Hommlet?
Very loudly.
Okay. Congratulations, party. You have successfully dealt with many, but not all, of the minions at the Shaw household. You have deployed the blockage in the lake and prevented the dragon from using that exit. In a few weeks, we will have another adventure where we deal with the other side of things. And thank you for the follow out there, Alfredo. Where we deal with the other side of things, which is in the swamp itself. So there will be another escort mission to block that up before the Matricula Deep calls upon their dragon friend to assist with chasing out the other dragon. Or maybe Tolgorn will just go straight at the black dragon. That's always an option, but it is a scary, scary dragon. Uh, so, as you make your way back, some of you are 200 gold the richer. Some of you have made some expenses. I don't believe there was much acquired aside from a couple of pieces of Ankeg, if you do wish to have a little Ankeg acid available to you, usually for crafting purposes. As you're on the run, any conversation that you'd like to have amongst the party before we close out our session tonight?
I think how do you approach Rolnera and say, with the ring? This is not a proposal. This is a thank you for that flute you let me have on the previous venture.
Oh, I did forget about the ring.
Thank you.
So Rolnera, I did forget about that one. Would you be so kind as to roll a lucky D100? The higher the number, the better your luck. This could upgrade to magic. 80 is pretty good. I will get you some information on that. Anything else going on?
Eldrick will probably be apologizing for disturbing the mound and having us deal with that. But we're mostly proud of himself for getting rid of so many things that are unnatural in this world.
Very solid. And I would say, Eldrick, while you might be outwardly apologizing, I feel that your character would know how devastating a shambling mound is to the environment. So you might be saying an apology, but internally that's another triumph on your book. Those things are disastrous. Anything else?
Honestly, we killed a lot of things that should not have been in the woods. Hopefully this helps heal the land a little bit.
Yeah,
How can that guy survive in the middle of all these monsters?
I suspect he's a monster as well.
If I was to guess, I think he might have been that Ettercap we faced.
Really?
Give me an Arcana.
Can I assist with that?
Sure. Eldrick, give me an Arcana with an advantage as you float that idea out there for some feedback. Oh, 20 out of the gate. Very nice. So, Eldrick, as you sort of give that one voice, you're like, no, wait. No, not the Ettercap. Something that associates with Ettercap is known to influence the growth of shambling mounds. A haggard old man. A hag-erd old man. With a name of Uncle... What was that? Uncle Olev? Uncle Olive. You, like a green hag-erd old man.
Oh, is that the one that... Oh, wait. I wouldn't know that.
So, as you're making your way back, probably something more fey about that man. But yeah, got some insight there.
Huh. So we should have killed him?
Or sold him
Oh, we
one of your
definitely should have killed
senses.
him.
But it wasn't attacking us. That would have been very, very impolite.
Yeah, maybe the dragon dealt with him. Sounded pretty upset.
We could only hope at this point, I suppose.
Is that the lady that was doing the boat thing?
Bev?
Bev?
Oh, is that who Bev was? Because the boat got destroyed, right?
The boat did get destroyed.
But she had a son or something.
She did. Bev had her boy. Big fella.
Was that it?
Lumpy.
That wasn't her boy.
Probably not. So, Maybe we'll toss some of those ideas around in the RP channel as we get back. And thank you, everybody. If anybody else would like to throw anything else in, please feel free. If you like what we've been doing, we are 20 Sides to Every Story. You can hop into the Discord, come hang out, take part in our community campaigns. They are open for folks to join in. And there we go. Alex, if you happen to be hanging out there, I know we took in a couple of raids toward the end there. If you'd like to pass that love along, if anybody else is out there and opened up, I can't tell on my screen if that's Goodman doing something, or who else might be out there. But there we go. So thank you all for playing. We'll get everything recorded in for you. Any last second shout outs as we head off? All right. Thanks, everybody. And we'll go ahead and shut down the stream. Have a great night. Whoop, 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 whoop.